Attention, 97.3 The Fan listeners. If you're drowsy, sluggish, or feeling fatigued, you're about to get your afternoon boost with Tony Gwynn Jr.
I just have a lot of questions about shared dude wipes. I feel like it should be a personal stash.
Chris Ello.
When you guys mentioned the fact that there were dude wipes in there, my first reaction to it was, really? You use something moist down there?
And Matt. Don't blame us for any side effects.
You thrilled our fans throughout the postseason with a great performance.
Gwynn and Chris are ready to go.
Oh, man, we are really fired up today. I mean, we are broadcasting live. It is finally a Friday, and we are out here. Well, we are across the street from Petco Park, on site, the far corner, and it is right on the corner of 10th and J. If you're kind of wondering where that is in relation to, say, home plate, just picture where Devers hit that home run the other day against Dylan Cease. That's about where we are, deep right center field. But we'll be broadcasting live here until 5:30, and we've got a bunch of stuff to give away. We're really looking forward to hanging out with a bunch of you. And, of course, the Dodgers are in town for Game 1 of a big 3-game series. Chris Ello, Matt Skraby, we are here at the far corner inside Petco Park, where he will call the game tonight, is looking quite resplendent, I might add, Mr. Tony Gwynn Jr. How are you, sir?
Hello, Ello. How are you
looking,
today, my friend?
All right, since you're going to go hello, Ello on me, then I'm going to go this on you, Tony. Right behind me is a sign that the owner of the far corner, Max, made to kind of signify our appearance here today. And it says, "In it to Gwyn it."
Gwyn it, yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
That was Max's brainstorm there. Now, he was like, you got to go with this, right? Gwyn and win. I'm thinking you might have heard that before somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
In it to Gwyn it.
In it to Gwyn it, any type of winning and gwinning.
Winning and gwinning is all gone together.
Kind of goes together a little bit. It's one of the few things that my last name kind of lines up with. So, no, I've heard it before. I like it. It's not a bad one.
I like it. So just look for the sign. We'll be broadcasting here. It's early in the day. We're still 4.5 hours before the game. I can tell you, though, that the Dodgers have already annoyed me this afternoon. It didn't take much. I was walking over here to the far corner from the tailgate parking lot, and I hear a commotion behind me, and it is a bunch of sirens, and it is a bunch of horns honking, and it is loud noise, which you all know I love.
Sounds like an escort.
It was an escort. But what I didn't know it off the top, Tony, that it was an escort. I didn't really turn my head to see what the noise was. Anyway, as the lead motorcycle guy got right next to me, like I was walking on the sidewalk and he was in the street, but more than 4 feet away from me, he blared his horn as loud as he could, practically knocked me off my feet. And I'm like, oh, we needed that. Thanks, buddy. And then, of course, it was the Dodgers being escorted into Petco Park. So I'm already angry at the Dodgers, and we're 4.5 hours ahead of the game. They've already bothered me, Tony.
I've had a going list of Dave Marcus complaints, and I already knew that had happened because he came in today because he got stuck behind the escort.
Okay.
And he was like, why do they need an escort during the weekday at such and such time? And so, I guess that it has clearly annoyed quite a few Padre people already.
Yes.
So you're not the only one.
We're already bothered by that, and we should be, right? We got to get in the proper frame of mind for this series,
we're got to get into that mind frame for sure.
For sure, yeah. We're talking about Dodgers and Padres and Game 1 tonight, and Blake Snell and Yu Darvish. But first, Tony, just a quick recap of yesterday and the victory over the Giants. I thought it was interesting that Mike Schilt said it was one of his favorite victories of the year. And he said that because he thought they played really poorly, especially at the beginning of the game, but they turned it right around and, ended up winning the game rather comfortably. it was a strange third inning, right? I mean, fly ball falls in. Fernando overruns a ball that checks back on him. Jake bobbles a ground ball. And, you give them 2 runs. We haven't seen the Padres do a whole lot of that this year.
No, but the thing that I thought of was, boy, they can't start like that at the time tomorrow, right?
That's what I said, the same thing, yeah.
We've been talking about it all week, right? The Padres played poorly in Los Angeles outside of the first game, which was, a really tight one outside of the play that would have been terrific by Manny Machado, but they didn't play well. And so I think the last 4 games have been more of, all right, let's get back to playing our style of baseball, clean ball. And they did that outside of, and really even in game 1, right? They didn't have to, they had a rough first inning from Nestor, but they played a pretty clean ball game. And then we saw the next 3 where they kind of opened it up. The offense was doing its thing. And that was a little bit of a kind of an antenna going up moment yesterday as the play was a little dicey. But I think to Mike's point, they righted the ship. We didn't see any more bad play from that point on, and they won pretty comfortably.
I said this yesterday to Skraby, Tony, and for this particular reference, I'll be the hick. But I said this to Skraby yesterday. I said, Chicks dig the long ball. Hicks dig the bunt. How about that? 3 consecutive bunts yesterday.
Okay, time out. Can you explain to me?
Thank you for timing out.
Can you explain to me what, in terms of the word hick actually means here?
Okay, in this particular reference, hick is referring to the uncool person. So that is me.
Okay.
The cool person, like chicks.
The chicks are the cool people. The hicks.
Right.
Okay, I got you. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
The chicks dig the
an
long
explanation
ball.
there.
There's your explanation. Okay, so the chicks love the long ball, the cool thing. I like the nerdy thing. Bunt. And I don't know the last time any baseball team has done bunt. Not in this day and age. And it worked like a charm. I was especially impressed with Fernando's bunt because that caught everybody off guard. And, you execute plays. Fermin got the first bunt down. That set up the first 2 runs. The Padres can do a little of that, and you don't see too many of the teams these days doing it.
You don't see any teams doing it, really. And it's not as though that is the only way they know how to score. They gave you kind of a little sample size of everything in that series against the Giants, right? They had the small ball. They had the big homer day. The what was that?
Second game,
Tuesday,
Second game, they had 4 home runs, 5 Wednesday, actually.
And we've seen them use the safety squeeze a number of different times this year to put up runs on the board. I like it. I think it's a weapon that they have in their back pocket. They're probably going to be one of the few teams, should they get to the postseason, that has that weapon to actually utilize as a true offensive threat to another team. And, I think that's what they've thrived on. When they've been able to play clean baseball and offensively put pressure on the other team, that's when they're at their best. And tonight is another great test and a chance for them to, at least today, even up this division race.
Yeah, I really love the bunt there. The first 2, the first one was obvious. You have first and second, nobody out. You're down by 2 runs. You want to get those runs over and try to tie the game. You catch a break because they throw the ball away there. Then Fernando, I think, just caught Casey Schmidt thinking about the previous play a little bit and surprised everybody by dropping that one down. And then you got first and second again. Now, Luis Arraez, they say, he's been kind of there's been a lot of controversy for some reason surrounding Luis Arraez lately. I don't know quite why. I know Mike Schilt addressed a lot of it this morning with Ben and Woods. Some people don't know that he should be in the lineup or he should be batting second. We'll leave that for later. But what I like with Luis Arraez is he's a team guy first, Tony. And first and second, nobody out. You got the 3-time batting champ up, and he gets the bunt sign. And he's more than happy to lay it down and get the job done. And that sets it up for Manny to give him the lead. These are the kind of little things that people don't want to talk about, but they're important.
Yeah, I think going back, I'll get to the Luis thing here in a sec, but the first bunt where it was first and second, they ran a wheel play the previous play.
And the Giants did.
The Giants ran a will. So, a lot of times when you're in the box and they run that will play, it spooks you a little bit because you're trying to, in real time, figure out, all right, where do I need to put this bunt? They're both crashing. But I think, was it Freddie at the time? Was it Freddie who laid the bunt down? Freddie was so composed to get that bunt down, regardless of them running the will play, because they didn't run it that next time, and he was ready for it. Got the bunt down. And as you said, I think Fernando certainly caught him off guard with the bunt. Casey probably was still thinking about the previous throw. I mean, that's kind of a young guy's thing there. In terms of Luis, I'm not sure that is that's a lot of people. Again, that's Twitter doing its thing, saying this, that. I haven't heard that in any of the mainstream areas. I haven't heard that at all. I think that is what happens when you get on Twitter. You get about 25, 35 people saying the same thing, and it feels like a billion people saying it, and it's just not the case.
Yeah, I don't understand anybody wanting to remove Luis Ariz from this lineup. But anyway, I will say that Ben and Woods talked about it with Mike Schilt. If you want to hear that answer, maybe we'll try to play it for you a little bit later. Anyway, the other thing that I was with Sam. I was with Ben's brother this morning getting some hooping, and he was telling me early in the morning that they're going to ask some tough questions. So I'm looking forward to hearing this. Well, there you go. That was one of them. The other thing was Manny's base hit that put him ahead. Tony, I like stuff like this as well. The one thing that I notice, and we all kind of do, but you remind yourself when you're facing Verlander, he's one of the few pitchers that likes to throw up in the zone. Fastballs up at the shoulder. He tries to hit the top of the strike zone. And I don't know that the Padres adjusted that the first time through the order he retired all 9 batters. When Manny came up the second time through the order, he got down in the count 0-2. And I can't predict this, but I'm just thinking Manny thought, he might try to go high fastball on me here because that's what Verlander does. And Manny smacked it into the gap.
I think first, I don't think that Ver is the only one now. This league is just all high heaters now at the top of the zone. But to your point, I think that's where he thrives. And particularly for Verlander, and even though he's 42, he was still doing this yesterday. When he got runners on and it got to a hot spot, he would go into that back pocket and he'd be able to pull out 97. And I think just Manny having the experience he does against him and have faced him was just ready. He got a pitch he could handle, blasted it, and I think that's part of what has made Manny so well. This is what I'm saying. We get caught up in a lot of the riffraff. Remember the conversation wasn't that long ago that he was like not clutch because he had a bad series against the Dodgers. It's just it's in the time. That's exactly who you want up in that spot. And he did exactly what you would expect him to do in that spot.
Yeah, he didn't have an RBI for 14 games, so I'm shocked that Mike Schilt didn't yank him out of the lineup.
Right.
All right. That's kind of the way overreactions we get. All right, last weekend the Dodgers swept. What happened, and what do the Padres have to do to turn the tables this weekend? We'll get into that conversation as we get rolling here, broadcasting live from the far corner. We are right on the corner of 10th and J outside Petco Park, where tonight it's Dodgers-Padres on 97.3 The Fan.
Rizzello, Matt Skraby, not on the screen, but he's there as well. Padres, Dodgers. Kicking off a 3-game set here tonight. It should be a raucous crowd here tonight.
Yeah.
It's going to be turned up in a way that we only get to see usually when the Dodgers are in town. So I'm looking forward to it.
Who should the Padre fans boo the loudest tonight? What Dodger? I mean, we got to do something about all the heat Manny's taking up there. Is it Will Smith? Has he become the new guy here?
You guys are a little late to the party. Manny's been taking a beating going there since he arrived here in San Diego.
It felt like it was more last week than before. But who should we target tonight? I know you don't like to target, Tony. You're
probably Freddie Free.
Oh,
Freddie.
He doesn't seem like a guy who would like.
So nice, though.
I was gonna say Pajes because Pajes seems like a hothead.
Does it really matter how nice the guy is? Like, I mean, if he's coming into your building, I mean, my dad got booed plenty of times. He was certainly a nice guy. I don't know why that matters.
He was certainly a nice
fantastic
guy.
point, Tony.
I love Freddie. Like, Freddie is the guy. Like, he's always treated me so well. Like, I don't know anybody that doesn't like Freddie, but he is wearing a Dodger uniform, so he has the right to get booed like everybody else, regardless of how nice he is.
Well, let's just put it this way. I think we boo everybody, but I would put a little extra in for Will Smith. I think he's kind of drawn the ire a little bit of the Padre fans with a lot of his comments, and even starting last year with the Profar stuff. But that's neither here nor there. That's not going to win or lose the games, Tony. What is going to win or lose the games? What did you see? We've talked about the Padres didn't play well. A little more specifically, what do they need to focus on tonight? Or is it an attitude thing where they just need to relax, play their game? What do you kind of think?
Yeah, I don't think that's a real thing. The attitude part, right? I think this team is, if I've learned anything about being around this group of guys, is they don't get rattled and they don't pay attention to a lot of the narratives and things that we're saying.
Right.
That being said, in terms of what they have to do to play better or to win this series, I think you got to catch the ball first. I think they would like to get some good starting pitching. Because the problem with if you have a bad start, this is the type of offense they take advantage of that. It's not as though you're going to be able to kind of, meander through. Like, you're going to give up runs if you're not on. And that just puts more pressure on an offense who's facing, I think sometimes we forget, some pretty good pitching on their side in terms of Blake Snell and whoever else they're going to throw out there this weekend.
Yeah.
And so that leads me to my next one, right? You got to catch the ball. You got to get some good starting pitching. Offensively, can't chase. Just can't. Easier said than done. I get it.
So much easier said. So easy to sit on the couch and go, what did you swing at that for? Because you see it land outside the box.
You know what? This team is capable. They've shown us that they're capable of doing it. The Dodgers do it, right? And so there's no reason why the Padres can't do it against their staff. We've seen them do it against their staff. And so I think that's what it really boils down to. You got to catch it. Some good starting. I'm not going to mention the bullpen because, I think that's clearly where the advantage is for the Padres should they get the lead. But offensively, in order to beat a Blake Snell, Kirsch, who's the last one?
Yamamoto, I think, is the other one. Yeah.
You can't. They're good enough where they already don't need your help. Don't give them any extra help. And listen, it's going to happen because it's baseball and it's that tough. But as much as you can limit that, I think that's the way you're going to beat them.
Yeah, I saw the same thing last weekend. We swung at a lot of balls and we let go, some good pitches. So I think that's a big deal, something to really watch for this weekend.
Real quick, Jesse just shared this note with me. The Padres pin versus all other teams, 36-14 with a 2.74. Against the Dodgers, 1-6 with a 4.50. So by those numbers alone, it also means the bullpen has to pitch better as well against this particular team.
Yeah, no, the advantage that we think we have, we actually have to have.
Right.
And that means if the game comes down to the bullpen, I mean, be honest with you, Sunday's game.
And by the way,
we let them go ahead.
By the way, the game coming down to the bullpen could mean game's tied at whatever, right. And they're coming in and they got to hold the line. That it doesn't necessarily mean have to be keeping the lead. It could be keeping the deficit right where it is. That also is a win for a bullpen.
Yeah, because I think Sunday's game, the Padres did such a great job of fighting back. And I don't blame one pitch, but the bottom line is you get the 4-4. It is the 8th inning. Their bullpen's now in the game, and your bullpen's in the game. I feel like that's one that the Padres need to win. And we didn't. You know, we were the bullpen that made the mistake on the pitch, and Betts took advantage of it. You're 100% right, Tony. I mean, the Dodgers have had, and people try to talk about this. And I tried to come up with some numbers to put it into the proper perspective, and the perspective really is that despite the fact that we beat this team in the playoffs in 22, they really have had our number. And I went back and I looked since 2020, which is really to me the line of demarcation when the Padres started to become a really good team.
Yeah.
2020 through 25, the Padres have been good. This is the 6th year in a row that the Padres have been good. During that time, the Padres are 93 games over 500 against everybody else. Against the Dodgers, they're 26 games under 500.
Yeah.
And I don't know that's – now, look, the Dodgers are good, but I also think something what you talked about at the beginning – the Padres haven't necessarily played their best for whatever reason when they're playing the Dodgers. And that's what I want to see this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, you could attribute that to the Dodgers, but I think some of that you can attribute to the Padres themselves. And so I think that really is where the series is going to fall. If the Padres play their game, they're going to have a great chance to win all 3 of these, 2 out of 3, whatever it is. If they don't, and listen, there is a scenario in which they both play really good baseball, and it's like one thing going one way or the other. That's certainly a possibility when you're dealing with these 2 teams. So I expect this to be a great series, though. It's going to be a fun one for sure.
Yeah, and let's enjoy it as much as we can because, as Tony and I pointed out, this is it for the season unless they
we won't see these guys in the playoffs until playoffs possibly.
I mean, which is just ridiculous that there are going to be 31 games and 5 weeks of baseball after this weekend is over. Darvish starts tonight. Snell. Did you hear the Snell story about what he did for Ruben Niebla, Tony? I told the Skraby about it yesterday.
I did.
You heard it. So that's what a nice thing. And we're not supposed to ever say anything nice about the Dodgers, but I have to say something nice about Blake Snell. I like this guy for a reason.
Remind everybody what he did.
Well, he gave Ruben Niebla a Rolex that said Ruben Niebla 2023 Cy Young because Ruben was his coach when he won that for the Padres. And I just think that's a classy touch by Mr. Snell.
Real classy. Rolly? Yeah.
I asked Chris this last night, Tony, but he didn't really have an answer because we don't ever wear a Rolex. But when do you ever wear a Rolex?
A nice dinner. I mean, that's the thing about Rolex. You can really wear it anytime, anywhere.
Anytime.
Yeah.
I'd be too afraid that someone's going to try to take my arm off for the Rolex.
Yeah, I mean, no, I guess if you're in the wrong neighborhood, that certainly could get your arm snatched off. But I think the places that you go typically, Matt, I think you'd be perfectly fine.
You're right.
You only hang out with the hoity-toity people.
No, that is not true. No, that is not true at all.
We are broadcasting live. Real quick, Tony, far corners where you want to go. And I think we have Jeremiah Estrada coming up next.
Yes, he'll be on next.
All right.
Padres.
Yes, come down to far corner.
One of the many bullpen arms. Jeremiah Estrada will join us next. Skraby, go ahead. You can finish it off if you want, brother.
No, I was just mad at myself that I kept talking over you, so we can go to break now.
To break we go. fans, if your days are anything like mine, you need energy that lasts. That's why I never miss my daily Symbiotica Shilujit.
All right, welcome back to Gwynn and Chris, broadcasting live from the far corner at 10th and J. I got to give a hand to this gentleman who just came in with the swag chain and the Fernando jersey on over there.
Yes.
He's got like the Cadillac car around his neck. That's a Padre fan right there. All these guys are Padre fans. We're just kind of getting going here.
Oh, no. Dodgers fans are taking over.
And a couple of Dodger fans are infiltrating the broadcast from behind us. Boo these guys out of here. Of course, the Dodgers are in town for game 1 of a 3-game series. A couple of quick things before we get to Jeremiah Estrada on our Friar Friday interview. We do have prizes to give away here during the broadcast, including a couple of Xander Bogaerts bobblehead dolls. We also have, you can't call them dolls anymore, right? Just bobbleheads, right?
I don't know. Tony, you answer.
I'm not sure either on that. I'm gonna let you have that one.
Yeah, you keep saying dolls, Chris.
I'll just say bobbleheads. We have some Joe Musgrove signed baseball, one signed baseball by Joe Musgrove. We'll also, in the final hour of the show, so 5 o'clock or so, be giving away a pair of tickets to the Padre Dodger game this Sunday at Petco Park. So you got to be here at the far corner around 5 o'clock today to have a chance to win those Padre Dodgers tickets. And, of course, Max is the guy here at the far corner, and he has made sure that we tell all of you that they have a bunch of specials and stuff, including $4 beers, $6 wells, and $6 house wines. He's in the back right now getting Skraby and I some scratch-made pizza.
Ooh, that
I don't know
delicious right now.
I don't know exactly what that is, but I'm looking forward to it.
He already brought us some steak bites and fingerling potatoes, and I want to just have about 1 million fingerling potatoes. These things are so good.
I don't know.
Be careful, guys. We're all on SD Fat Loss.
I know, but steak bites are okay.
Gotta be careful there.
Let's be clear. SD Fat Loss has taught us how to recover
after
a day.
Yeah, that's true.
Good point.
We eat fingerling potatoes, Tony.
Yes.
And I believe today is going to be one of those days
As it should be.
Yeah, as it should be. All right, we got the lineup is out while we're waiting for Jeremiah Estrada. And here, let's just go right to the main thing that people want to know. A left-handed starter tonight. Is Ryan O'Hearn in the lineup? Skraby, what's the answer to that question?
He is in the lineup, Chris.
He's in the lineup tonight.
Yes.
So Ryan O'Hearn's in the lineup,
So
everybody.
there can be no complaining today.
Okay, we've already moved past it.
I'm just saying, the Ryan O'Hearn people who want him in against a lefty, you got your wish. He's in there tonight.
Tony, you missed a fiery roundtable yesterday. Poor Chris was just fending off Braden and, Braden basically the entire show.
They were all picking on me, Tony. This whole thing with the Ryan O'Hearn, how you and I said, well, he's not as good against lefties, and then he hit the home run. And honestly, that's when the conversation turned to, and I said, well, where are you going to put Ryan O'Hearn in? And that's what everybody said. Well, we got to get a rise out of there. And I'm like, really?
I think you're misunderstanding.
Is that not what they were saying on the round table?
I think you're misunderstanding. No one wants to take a rise out of the lineup. They just want to move them down.
What for?
Which I'm not. I'm just delivering the opinion.
Yeah,
I'm not actually giving an opinion.
They all make lineups for a living. Of course. What do you mean? Why do they want to do that? Of course. That's what they think should happen.
The only other person that they thought should come out of the lineup against lefties so that O'Hearn can play, because I said, you're really going to take a rise out? And they said, all right, well, how about we take Cronenworth out? And I didn't even have an answer for that because, honestly, you're going to put a rise at second base and O'Hearn at first and weaken yourself like that.
Fantasy
These
baseball.
arguments, it's fantasy baseball. Thank you, Tony.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's all it is.
Where were you yesterday when I really
because the reality
needed you?
is the moment you do it and there's an error made, they'll be bringing that up too. So, listen, O'Hearn has earned the right to be in the lineup against Blake Snell today, the way he swung the bat.
For sure.
This is baseball, though. And if he struggles against lefties moving forward, They got the same energy? No, they're going to flip like the wind like they always do. So at the end of the day, we want O'Hearn to get in this line today and ball out regardless.
And Mike Schultz said something today, which I think was really important for everybody to keep in mind. Because we actually do put our best foot forward every single day. We actually do. Like for those who think that, we just kind of don't really put, put a lot of thought into
lineups that, we maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. That's how we feel about it going in there.
I think Tony's comment about fantasy baseball is interesting because I fall into the same thing where I think it's just as easy to move Luis Ariz down to like 8 or something like that. But in reality, it's not that easy because these guys have been doing this all year a certain way. And I'm not saying you can't change it, but it's not just as easy as to move a guy down on the lineup. It's not.
The thing is, what is calling for the change, right? Like
I don't know. These guys don't think
Ariz. Here it is.
These guys, and I'm putting these guys because it's everybody. It was everybody on the round table versus me. That's exactly what it was.
I wasn't against you.
Well, you weren't saying anything. The bottom line is they think Ariz should be. The Ariz is in the way because the lineup doesn't work with him in the 2-hole.
Of course it does.
I know. I Tony, I did the best I could.
Well, I'm glad, man. I wish I could have been there to help.
Skraby
have a second
did
defender.
Skraby did jump in at one time and said, "This is how bad it got." Skraby jumped in and said, in all fairness, you guys are being in defense of Chris. Like he thought I really needed the defense.
You did.
The problem was I was trying to argue a point that I thought was ridiculous. This notion that Ariz is the one that is the fly in the ointment for the Padre lineup. I just don't agree with that. So anyway, on we go.
Yes, please. I want to leave this whole.
Why are you so uncomfortable with this? Why are you so uncomfortable with this conversation?
Because Tony,
Skraby?
respectfully, you have not seen the backlash this week.
What
you have
backlash?
not. There was a lot of it. Chris, tell Tony how many tweets you got about how dumb you are.
Yeah, Chris, I want you to
got a lot.
Count. How many did you have?
About like 4.
Okay.
4.
No, that's my point.
Wait,
that's my point.
You're selling me a different story then.
No, I got a bunch. I don't know. 4 is a bunch, right? When you go to the world of tweeting, 4 is a bunch. I'd say 4, maybe 6.
All right. Well, then I take away all of my defense because 4 tweets.
So much backlash.
Yeah, no, 4 tweets is not backlash. I was under the assumption that
you were also telling me, Skraby, that everybody was upset on the chat and calling me names and all kinds of stuff. I don't read the chat, but again, how many people were calling me names on the chat?
That we have a log of, and I can go count. Was it
like 30 or was it like 7?
It was probably like 10 to 12, but the 10 to 12, like
there you go.
Really. But Tony said it right though. It does feel like it's a lot more
Listen,
people.
I think we're all guilty of getting on social media, and I think that's why there's all this research that says it isn't great for us, right? Because you do feel like you are dropped into this world, and everybody is just throwing hate at you. When in reality, it's like at best 20 people.
Well, for those 20 people, Ryan O'Hearn is in there tonight.
Boom.
So
ball out.
Boom. There you go. You got what you've been asking for.
You want the rest of the lineup too?
I sure do.
Fernando, leadoff, right field. Ariz, first base.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Manny Machado playing third, batting third. Ryan O'Hearn cleaning up, DHing. Bogart, shortstop, fifth. Sheets in left field, sixth. Cronenworth, seventh at second base. Fermin catching.
Last night or yesterday.
Wait,
you forgot Laureano. You didn't say Laureano.
Sheets and then Laureano and then Cronenworth and then Fermin's ninth.
So once again, though, no Jackson Merrill. And I believe that they've been holding out, hoping that maybe he could get back this weekend.
Today, if I'm not mistaken,
but I don't know.
Today is the last day they could put him on the IL and backdate him. They can't do it beyond today. So, I mean, like I said, we'll see what happens. But,
push is going to come to shove today, basically,
one
way or the other. All right, we're waiting on Jeremiah Estrada. He's going to be joining us. Sir, we love your Padres City Connect car.
Yes, I'm going to show it.
Love that. Show this gentleman who's down here at the far corner.
Oh, that's money.
He's got a City Connect That's money, right? He's got the chain around. He wears it around his neck, Tony.
It's going to be on display tonight at Petco.
Let's see what he's. There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, he's got it together.
There it
I love
is. I love it too.
Love it.
Yeah, man. What's your name?
Kevin Collier.
Kevin, thanks, man.
Oh, hey, I think I recognize your name, Kevin.
Kevin, man, thanks for coming down today, and have a great afternoon, evening. I hope you get your, everybody will tell everybody at the break, but get signed up for these prizes we're going to be giving away on the program or during the program today. But this is a great little atmosphere here. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. Max said he opened this place. Let's hear from Max, who's coming in right over there, guys. He's the. Now, you're going to need a bigger cheer than that because you never know. I mean, he owns the place.
Yeah, he'll give you some good stuff.
you might score something out of that. As far as Darvish is concerned, I feel good about Darvish against the Dodgers. I know he gave up the shot to Freeman. But, again, that was just not a good pitch, and he knew it. But he normally doesn't make those. And he's been so good. Hitting the corners.
He had one bad inning. He had one inning where he didn't throw the ball well. Really, one bad pitch to Freddie Freeman.
Right.
He was 0-2 in the at bat. Made a bad pitch, and Freddie, does what a guy as talented as him does. He took advantage of the one mistake he got, and then from there it was Darvish, right? He went 3 more innings, didn't give up anything, and I have a hard time seeing a scenario in which he has back-to-back starts against the Dodgers, nonetheless, like that.
All right, Jeremiah Estrada is indeed our Friar Friday guest. We are so happy to have him with us from the San Diego Padres. Jeremiah, thanks so much for taking a few minutes. How are you today, sir?
Hey, guys. Thank you for having me on. Everything's good, man. Excited to play some baseball.
I want to start real quick. Just let's get it right at the top, because I don't think I've talked to you since last year. And I was reading this. I know he struck out 13 consecutive batters. It's an all-time Major League record. Did anybody know that during those 13 batters, he threw 53 pitches and none of them were put in play? Not a single ball in 53 pitches. Jeremiah, that was an incredible moment. Take us through what you were feeling the last night, because I was there when you got the last couple of outs in that streak.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, My mindset going into the game was priority, which is get the dub and let's get the boys a win, Job first, enjoy the other thing second. But other than that, man, it was a good feeling, man, just seeing the crowd more than anything get loud, and the fact that they acknowledge and actually just kind of like, to me, I'm just like, maybe no one cares, But like to me, it was just like, it was pretty cool, man. And I think the fans and just the team, it made it more special, knowing than how I actually felt itself, just understanding what actually happened.
You've been a part of a good bullpen ever since you arrived. Year 2 for you, Jeremiah. What's changed for you in terms of your role, how you're approaching it, and just the year in general for you in year 2?
Year 2, man. Honestly, man, I'm just blessed to be here more than anything. Just being California, born and raised in Cali as well. But it's just been nothing but blessings, just coming back into just the best stadium, the best fan base, and just the best people out here in San Diego. I think that's the first thing that I look at the most. So just yet alone the teammates that we have and just the staff, just everything about the San Diego Padres, even the organization, it's just a huge blessing and huge to be a part of. But yeah, man, nothing changes, keep the same thing, keep the same mindset, stay hungry, stay with what we can do, stay with what we have, and just do what we can do and take every day, step by step.
Jeremiah Estrada is with us, our Friar Friday interview today, and we all know this. I mean, Jeremiah's been incredible, and he's been a big part, obviously, of the success of this bullpen. Jeremiah, give us a little insight into how your relationship is with pitching coach Ruben Niebla and Mike Schilt and this organization. How do they handle you and everyone in that bullpen between appearances from day to day? Like you pitched yesterday and checking in with you today to see how you feel today, that kind of thing. Take us a little bit behind the scenes of that.
I mean, first thing is they take great care of us here. You know, not only with my relationship with Ruben and Schulte, you know, I mean, the relationship that they have with everybody is awesome. You know, it's a family here, and that's what I love the most. You know, is the fact that I mean, even last year when I had first gotten a call from both of those guys, or actually it would be the year before that when I was picked up by the Padres, it was just receiving that phone call and just hearing them say, it's like, hey man, you know, like it just felt like home. You know, felt like I was welcome with open arms, like if I've been here, and just the great person outside of the field that they both are with Ruben and Schulte, and just honestly every single person in this locker room has been amazing. Even AJ, man, he's such an awesome dude. You know, just it's a blessing to be here, and I've had no complaints here. I mean, not even complaints. I've had nothing to complain about since I have been here. And then the pitching standpoint, you know, just they take really good care of us. You know, they care about not just about, you know, how the year goes and just how you know, just trying to win ball games. They also care about our well-being, how we're doing personally, and how we're doing as just, you know, trying to take care of our careers, you know. And they're very responsible and making sure that we're feeling okay before they send us out there. And that's what I love the most, you know, because what family is, it's always check on each other.
Yeah. Jeremiah Estrada joins us here, Padre bullpen arm, one of the best bullpen arms in this league. And Jeremiah, I want everybody to relax. This is a difficult enunciation, but the chitter, right? You're throwing that. You got the slider. You've improved on both of those pitches immensely. You're getting a lot more swing and misses at both. How much work did you put in during the offseason and in spring to kind of get these secondary pitches in a place where they could be as much of a weapon as your fastball?
It's just repetition, man. I mean, I think that's with anybody who wants to really work on anything in their life, you know, you got to just kind of have a lot of repetition time to kind of just consume what you're doing and to just acknowledge the fact that, like, if it could be better, if it could be just a little tick, you know. I mean, baseball's all about feel. And working on it in the off season, you know, it's hard to keep a baseball out of my hand at times. You know, maybe like I give it like one season ends, I give it a week off maybe, and then from there it's just like I'm right there laying in bed. I wake up and just grab a baseball and start tossing up and start throwing sliders to the roof for, you know, the chitter. And just I think it's everything, you know. I think when people are just obsessed with the game and in love with the game, you just start to it's just surround you no matter what it is. But of course, you know, it's baseball. You got to enjoy the little things. You know, there's people who are obsessed with the game, and then there's people who are just really good at the game, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just the love that we have with. I love to pitch. I love to play the game. I wish I could play center field too, you know, and hit. But you know, it's what I'm good at, which is just pitching. You know, do what I can do to help the team out. And other than that, man, I mean, that's pretty much it. You know, it's kind of hard to really think about too much. You know, you also don't want to stress yourself out and thinking too much about the game. You got to take it each day. And you know, this game gets stressful enough already.
Well, you know, our center fielder is on the mend right now, Jeremiah. So, you know, you never know how things might work out this weekend. Last thing before we go, Jeremiah, your bullpen guys, Morejon, Suarez, and Adam, all got into the All-Star game this year. They know, we know, every Padre fan knows you could have easily been there too.
No doubt.
How good did you feel for all three of those guys getting in? That was something special, and I know you guys all look out for each other and root for each other down there.
Oh yeah, man. It's I mean, right now, what it feels like is just I got 7 other brothers in that bullpen, you know. Like, just born and raised, you know, we grew up together. It just feels like that. With the amount of camaraderie that we have, just the amount of good guys that we have, and it's fun every day to go out there and just to see these guys. You know, I mean, I see them more than my own family. You know, my own girlfriend. I'm with them longer every day, so it's like you got to build these relationships with them. You know, and just yet alone, I think with the relationship that you build, it allows yourself and them, from what I believe in, to just feel more comfortable, and it allows you to just do better. You know, I mean, everyone's gonna do. It's more relaxing and feels better when you're feeling comfortable with the people you're around. And I say that all the time, you know, I mean, just yet alone being here in San Diego. But oh man, it's awesome just seeing him being an all-star. You know, that's such a huge. It's especially when Motor Young got kind of like at the last second he got in. That was so sick. Like it's a huge blessing to just be able to be a part of that bullpen that made history with the first ever three bullpen arms in the game. And I mean, it's crazy. You know, nothing but more proud of them. And it's whatever, you know, about the whole all-star thing. I am not a person who would ever look at it in a way, because at the end of the time, it's my faith and my belief. It's all in God's hands, and when it's my time, it's my time, you know, and it's not on my timing, it's God's timing. And I'm a big believer in that. So there's nothing to ever worry about it. If it happens next year, or you know what, there's probably something greater that can happen again soon, you know. The last thing I remember, too, is I think a World Series will mean a lot more better than being an all-star.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah, when you guys win the World Series, Jeremiah, you guys all get a ring. So that's
Yes,
what
sir.
the whole thing is. It's all about. Hey, thanks so much for joining us. It's refreshing and a pleasure to catch up with you again. And good luck this weekend and the rest of the way, sir.
Thanks, Jeremiah.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for having me on. Thank you.
Absolutely. Jeremiah Estrada right there. That was really good. He is, you know, just listen to what he had to say. He really expressed himself, I thought, really, really well there, Tony, and got across the feeling that he has and this team has, especially out in that bullpen.
There's no doubt. He believes in that bullpen is probably, and that's why I say these guys, they don't listen to none of the noise, because there's a tight group down there, man. This should be fun this weekend.
All right, we got an hour in, back to the far corner with more Gwynn and Chris as it starts to fill up here on Dodger Padre Day. 97.3 The Fan. Chris, hello. Yeah, we're here in Cooperstown for 97.3 The Fan. So excited, the induction weekend for the great Trevor Hoffman. What a class he's going in with, too. Let's take a look. Of course, Alan Trammell from Kearney High School in San Diego. And then, of course, the Detroit Tigers' great shortstop, Jack Morris, in a Tiger uniform there, but I always remember him pitching that 1-0 shutout in Game 7 of the 1991 World Series for the Minnesota Twins. Maybe the greatest postseason pitching performance of all time. Chipper Jones, Padre fans remember him. Every fan of a National League team remembers him because he would come in and do damage to that team. Only the second number 1 overall pick in the Major League Draft, Chipper Jones, to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. The other is Ken Griffey Jr. Vladimir Guerrero, never met a pitch he couldn't swing at, and powerhouse hitter for the Expos, and then, of course, the Angels at the end of his career. Jim Thome, over 600 home runs, mostly with the Cleveland Indians. And then, oh, yeah, the guy down here on the end who used to get all these guys out all the time, Trevor Hoffman, the greatest Padre reliever of them all. Two of the greatest outfielders in the history of baseball. Of course, you've got Babe Ruth right here. Ted Williams right over there. I was wondering who the third outfielder would be. And then, of course, it hit me. Tony would be upset if I didn't say that the third outfielder, who will someday probably be displayed right here between these two guys, is obviously Mike Trout. And this is the San Diego Padres locker room here in Cooperstown. Obviously, a couple of jerseys there and hats, gloves, all-star stuff. I think the most interesting thing in this entire display, though, especially this weekend, is a picture in the top corner of Angus Young. He's the guitarist for AC/DC, wearing a Trevor Hoffman uniform, obviously playing Hell's Bells. I know that Trevor went to many AC/DC concerts and was honored by sitting in the front row to watch AC/DC play Hell's Bells in his honor. But there's a picture of Angus Young playing Hell's Bells for Trevor Hoffman, wearing the 51 jersey right there. Finally a Friday from the far corner. And we are on the corner of 10th and J, right here across the street from Petco Park, also across the street from the 10th Avenue Parkade.
Yeah, that's the easy way to say
I know a lot of people park there when they're coming on down to a Padre game. If you park there, you have absolutely no excuse as to why you wouldn't come by here on your way into the ballpark. Come on in, say hi, grab yourself a $4 beer on the way in. I mean, that's a pretty good deal.
You know what we did
that's a pretty good deal in the gas lamp on game day.
Of course. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
We actually didn't get to say what the other special is for Far Corner. By the way, I have to correct you. It's not the Far Corner.
What did I say?
Far Corner.
No, I said Far Corner.
You said the Far Corner.
I was just, that was a throwaway word. I meant Far Corner.
If the Padres hit a grand slam and they are at home, so a Petco Park grand slam from the Padres, Far Corner will give out $1 Coors Lights if they hit that grand slam. So it's only happened twice this year, but we were talking to Max, the owner of the place, and he said he's ready for a grand slam, and he's hoping it happens this weekend. But you come over to Far Corner, you'll get $1 canned Coors Lights.
If they hit a grand slam.
Yeah.
Slam Diego.
Yeah.
As it were.
Oh, man, can you imagine how many Coors Lights they went through during Slam Diego?
Yeah. Max, I want to say for Max's sake, it's probably a good thing he started that promotion this year.
I know, right?
He would have given out a lot of Coors Lights in the past. All right, it is game 1. It is game 11 though between these two teams, and frankly, Skraby, the Dodgers have had the Padres number. I don't want to say it, but you can't avoid something when they've beaten you 10 out of the last 12 games, including the last 2 of the playoff last year. The Padres, for whatever reason, and this is what Tony and I were talking about in the first hour, the Padres, for whatever reason, have not played, I don't think, to their ability when they face the Dodgers. And I'm just hoping that this weekend that's different. And Tony says it has nothing to do with pressing and trying to do too much, but it feels a little like they're pressing and trying to do too much. And that's when we go back and talk about, well, can they lay off pitches that are outside the zone? Well, in order to do that, you got to be relaxed up at the plate. You can't be trying to make too much happen, or Blake Snell will take advantage of that. So that's what I'm watching for tonight, is a relaxed approach. You got to draw a few walks against Blake Snell. He likes to walk people.
He does.
So let him
he does
do
it all the time. Didn't he
let
lead
him
the
do
leagues? He's the only Cy Young winner to lead the league in walks and strikeouts.
Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah. So anyway,
I had a thought about this because we always talk about, or the Dodgers, I'm sorry, let me put it in their words. They always talk about how the Padres are just another team for them and blah, 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 blah. I call shenanigans on that because they got swept by the Angels leading into the series against the Padres, and then they get beat 2 out of 4. They split the series with the Rockies in Colorado. And then they look great against the Padres. It seems to me like they are getting up for the Padres games and just not admitting it.
But do you think maybe there's a little bit of a secret sauce there for the Dodgers that they say to themselves, they say it out loud, the Padres series doesn't really mean anything to us? That maybe they say it enough that they believe it to the extent where they don't press when they play the Padres. And, we know baseball, you've got to be relaxed to play your best.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really try to make something happen as much in baseball. And when the Padres tried to make something happen last week, we saw what happened. They had a bunch of guys thrown out on the bases.
Yeah, they did. And, I wouldn't mind seeing the Padres put pressure on Blake Snell early again tonight. Because Blake Snell is not the best at holding runners. So that's why they tried so many times, as we found out, to steal base last week. But I want to see pressure put on him early. I want to see the Padres get on the board early, not go behind, hopefully by 4 runs, but get on the board first and go from there. Just let the game come to you.
Well, the Padres did get on the board first in the first game last Friday night, but they only led for an inning. And then the Dodgers took a 2-1 lead, and then the Dodgers led the rest of the weekend.
Yeah.
So, the Padres' advantage is this bullpen. And you can only really fully take advantage of it if you've got the lead.
Yeah.
So it's all going to start tonight. We are going to go over to Skraby to read something.
And then we want to do the Gambit.
Daily Gambit.
Okay. This hour on 97.3. Well, I'm eating fingerling potatoes, so I felt like I should have said Gambit.
Okay.
This hour on 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by Nativa Interiors. This Labor Day weekend, 2 iconic design companies are joining forces for a warehouse sale. Join Nativa Interiors and hold it contemporary home in Miramar. Hold it contemporary home in Miramar for huge discounts on living, dining, bedroom, and outdoor furnishings. Call or text for more details at 619-215-6893. Kyle, Gambit.
Do you like money?
I think about money a lot.
Do you like money without doing anything?
Winning.
Do you want to make money while watching sports?
I think Washington is immortal luck.
Washington! Woohoo!
If you answered yes, this is your segment. Just don't blame us when you lose.
Nothing is ever your fault.
It's your game. Take it.
Gwynn and Chris go through the top bets of the day in The Daily Gambit on 97.3 The Fan.
Daily Gambit is our daily sports betting segment here on Gwynn and Chris. Please, everybody, gamble responsibly. And Kyle, if you want, you can just go to the next bet. I should have told you that earlier. So we had a bet on Wednesday for the Padres minus 1.5 on the run line over the Giants. Now, that was a good game. 8-1 Padres. So we win that one. Now, Ohtani and the Dodgers played the Rockies on Wednesday night, and the over-under was 11.5 total runs in the game. We both said under. Rockies won 8-3, so we barely, by the hair of our chinny chin, won that one. Ohtani, 6.5 Ks. Now, I know he didn't have the best night.
He didn't make it.
No,
he had, I think, 3.
Yeah,
he was knocked around pretty good.
He was, and he also got knocked with the ball, too, because of
he got hit with a line drive.
Line drive hit his knee, and he was out yesterday.
And he did not play in the game yesterday. They expect him back in tonight. I haven't even looked to make sure, but I'm almost positive he will be.
I'm almost positive he will be as well. JP Sears, over, under 5 1/3 innings. You said under, I said over. He went 6. Only gave up 4 hits. 2 Ks, but hey, he pitched pretty well that night. Only gave up 1 run.
That was a good outing for JP Sears. It was an encouraging outing, but I would have been more encouraged if I didn't see 9 fly balls get caught at the warning track.
Yeah, I agree with that. Total bases, who had more? Ryan O'Hearn or Fernando Tatis Jr.? Fernando had a double and a single, so that is 3. Ryan O'Hearn he was 2 for 3, but one of those was a home run, so he had 4 bases plus did he have a double? No, it was just a single. So
he had 5.
He had 5 bases on that one.
It's Ryan O'Hearn's world. We're living in it.
I'm fine with it.
Just to review this, he is in the starting lineup tonight against a lefty.
Yes, which is I believe the right call. You have to ride with the hot hand sometimes.
Agreed.
I'm trying to look for the Dodgers lineup to see if Shohei's in there, but I don't believe they have put it out yet. The last one, or 2 more. Sparks and the Dallas Wings, I think it is.
Yep.
They played on Wednesday night, and I can't say that I watched the game. Chris, did you watch the game?
I didn't, but I wish I would have seen it because Paige Beckers had a breakout, remarkable performance in that game.
What did she do?
She scored 44 points.
Okay, good, because
that was a rookie record.
Did Kelsey Plum score 45 points?
No, she scored 25.
That was our next bet. Who scored more? I took Beckers. You took Plum.
Paige Beckers, 44 points. Not only was she 44 points, she shot 16 and 19 from the field.
That's pretty good.
That's really good.
81-80 was the score.
They went under.
Yeah, they did go under. 182 was the total. Anyway.
All right, you scored 6-1. You had a good week.
That is a good week.
You were 14-7. I'm 13-8. So we don't have enough time to make today's picks. We'll do that in a second. But I'm looking also for the Dodger lineup to make sure that Ohtani's in there, and he is. He's leading off as the DH tonight. So, Shohei Ohtani. There was no chance that he wasn't going to play tonight, but you can always dream. The Dodgers do once again though have Freeland batting 8th at second base and Buddy Kennedy at third base batting 9th. Remember, the Dodgers, we look at it from the Padres' perspective. The Dodgers beat us last weekend. They do not have a full team. They're going to get a little healthier tonight because Tanner Scott is going to be activated to be in that bullpen. But the Dodgers are less than full strength right now themselves. Remember, no Tommy Edman and no Max Muncy and no Kike Hernandez. They're missing some guys. And that's what kind of made last weekend a little bit even more frustrating.
It was.
That we didn't take advantage of it.
I don't know. Freeland, I was watching highlights last night, and Freeland had some pretty good hits.
He had 3 hits last night in Denver. It's the first time in his career that he's had a 3-hit game. So he is coming off a good game last night against the Rocks.
The Rocks.
All right, we'll take a break. By the way, those listening, you referenced the name Kyle during this segment.
Yes.
That is Kyle Ovenshire. That's what I said, Ovenshire.
I know, I'm just repeating it.
Oh, Ovenshire.
Did you? Okay, on the other side, I'm going to tell you what happened with Kyle and his last name with the Padres broadcast.
Yeah, but it's Ovenshire.
It's Ovenshire.
Ovenshire.
Yes. What don't you get about it?
I'm just saying it as much as I possibly can.
All right.
Kyle, we appreciate you joining us today.
Yes,
back
sir.
on the board at the studio. More Gwynn and Chris. Hey, you guys, can they hear us here at the far corner?
I think they can, yeah.
Not as well as we
No, they
did
said
maybe
they can hear us back there.
Well, let's cheer a little bit. Let's make a little noise. Let's get
There we
riled
go.
up. All right. We'll start giving away some prizes, too, as Gwynn and Chris continues. Live from the far corner.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to 97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just great, everybody. Let me see if I could try to start another one. All right. Well, this is awesome. On the air right now with no help, and there are no commercials to be played. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? You're getting a real live thing right here. This is real live Matt Skraby. I'm going to have to restart Wide Orbit real quick, so goodbye, Wide Orbit. It's not even closing. I'm going to text Adam, and I'm going to say, Adam, I tried to go to break, and the commercials did not play, and the program won't shut down. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to do some Control-Alt-Delete over here. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, I got it. Task Manager. It's not coming up. There it goes. Task Manager came up, everybody. I have no idea. I'm way too generous with my stroke giving. Never mind.
Are you really?
Never mind.
Wait.
I did not mean for that to happen. I did not.
That sounds like a promo to me.
Skraby's giving out strokes. I can't wait to hear that one. I'm gonna laugh for a while on that one.
Nate says, Skraby, maybe you should date her.
You might be a generous stroke giver, but I don't think she really wants to leave her boyfriend for that.
All right, that was good. That was good. In full disclosure, I'm reading this. Tony can't gather himself right now. That was a good one, Chris. That was a really good one. So I saw this at 7-Eleven, and I had to get it. It's called the One Chip Challenge. It was sitting there in the aisle, and I thought, why not? Because I am into spicy stuff. But this thing looks pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. It says a Reaper pepper and a Scorpion pepper. It's also in the shape of a coffin, which doesn't make me very happy about that. It doesn't make me feel good. Oh, extreme heat, it says. I'm going to try a little bit first, just so I don't die, I guess. That's the thing I'm saying. This looks... I don't even know if I should be eating this. It looks like it has mold or something, but let's see how hot it is. Let's go. There's a little bit of spice there. It's going. Oh, man. This is hot. Not that bad, though. I still have this side to go. It is getting hot. I'm not gonna lie. My mouth is like getting crazy. Now it's kicking in. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish this. Honestly, it's getting serious. I gotta go with the milk. My mouth is dying right now. Yeah, this is not fun, guys. Never gonna do that again because my mouth is on fire.
Thank you for listening to 97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just...
Back here at Far Corner, Chris just got his headset on.
Sorry about that. I was thanking Officer Dave.
Yes.
Keeping an eye on the show.
Thank you, Dave. Officer Dave.
Thanks, Officer Dave. He's driving by there. Gwynn Chris is what this is. Yes, I got thrown off by Officer Dave a little bit. We weren't doing anything wrong. He's a fan of the show, and he was swinging by. So we appreciate that. Be nice to your fellow officers out there, by the way.
Yes, please be nice to the fellow officers. When I was a drinker, I would always be nervous around police because I didn't know if
you weren't doing anything right.
I wasn't doing anything
You were misbehaving.
wrong.
You were misbehaving.
I was, but not anymore because I'm not doing anything wrong. But thank you, Officer Dave.
Yeah, we appreciate him dropping by. We did try to give Officer Dave a little gift for coming by and being a fan of the show.
I love what he did.
Can't bribe the police. They almost put Hamby in handcuffs over there.
They did.
Because Hamby's trying to give him stuff, and Officer Dave's like,
I can't take this. And I love that.
Can't bribe the police, but
rules are rules, Chris.
That's right. We can bribe all of you out there, though. We're at Far Corner, and we've got a Xander Bogaerts bobblehead to give away. Do we have some names in the hopper yet? Skraby, if people...
yeah, we do. I see them right there.
All right, so before the end of this segment, all these people that are here that are in the hopper early, let's give them a chance to win the Xander Bogaerts bobblehead here in a few minutes. Skraby, what do you say?
X gonna give it to you.
Yep.
It's the one where he's holding his hands up like an X.
X-Dog.
X-Dog.
All right, X Bogaerts. We're going to do the GAT giveaway here shortly. Before the end of the show, around 5 o'clock, I just want to get this shout to everybody who's coming down to Petco. We have 2 tickets to give away to the Sunday game between the Padres and the Dodgers. You got to be here at Far Corner in the 5 o'clock segment to have a chance to win those tickets. So, again, if you're coming to Petco, especially if you're parking in the 10th Avenue Parkade, we're right across the street from that. So it's easy. You know, come on down out of the Parkade, you go across the street, and you hang out with us. Little Gwynn and Chris until 5:30 in Sam Levitt's pregame show.
I gotta say, this place is pretty cool because they have an area that's like a nice bar area where you can watch TV and you can watch sports, and then they have like a more nice lounge area over there if you don't want to watch
more
that.
Of a traditional restaurant on the other side.
And they got a great bobblehead collection in the second bar area over there, to the point where they have a bobblehead that's pretty rare. The Tony Gwynn Sr. baseball Aztec bobblehead.
Yep, they got that over there and a bunch of stuff on display. But Max, who runs the place, has been taking great care of us. We appreciate that. And I want to remind you, when you come by Far Corner, they have $4 beers. They have $6 wells. They have $6 house wines. And that is throughout our show. They also are featuring the house drink here called the Jack Murphy.
Oh.
Yeah, you know Jack Murphy.
Stadium, I know
Jack
that.
Murphy Stadium. You know who Jack Murphy was?
You know, someone
That's a
explained
fair
this.
question now in this day and age, because it's a generation ago. Not everybody knows who Jack Murphy was.
It was explained to me, but I don't remember.
You don't remember? Jack Murphy was like the original big-time sports writer in San Diego.
Ah, okay.
He was like the columnist for the Union Tribune way back when. And it was his articles and, you know, prodding of the city that helped get that stadium built and helped get the Padres here in the first place. So Jack Murphy, they honored him eventually by naming the stadium after Jack Murphy. Jack Murphy's brother, Bob Murphy, was a long time, maybe 30 years, play-by-play radio voice of the New York Mets.
Oh, really?
Just a little aside.
I needed to know this. I actually think that's interesting because I did think he had something to do with sports. I wasn't sure.
Right. Yeah, but the Jack Murphy beverage here features award-winning San Diego bourbon.
Ooh.
And a little grenadine, some lemon.
Ooh, grenadine's my favorite.
Bitters.
Love
it's got
bitters.
a bunch of stuff.
Let me see.
So here's it.
Let me see a picture of it.
That's it. The Jack Murphy.
This thing looks pretty delicious, I have to say. I'm not going to drink, don't worry.
One thing I can say that is delicious, the fingerling potatoes.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
we got a sampling of the fingerling potatoes. Skraby and I almost got in a fist fight over who got to eat more of those.
Yeah, and then I claimed the last one, and Chris was mad and tried to throw it on my plate, and
They're
it
really
ended up
good.
just going everywhere.
Really, really good. All right, Daily Gambit. Let's do some picks today, Skrabe. On the if I can find my sheet, you know, I get a little out of sorts here when I'm on the road. Here we go. Dodgers Padres. Dodgers are favored by 1.5.
Dodgers are favored by 1.5.
Yeah, I think you got to take that under advisement if you're a Padre fan. I mean, a little disrespect on our home field, but then again, Dodgers have won 10 of the last 12 between these two teams. I'm obviously going Padres.
Yeah, me too. But I got to think that Darvish wants to bounce back from that ugly start for him last week.
First inning did not go well for Darvish.
No, and yes, I think they're going to win.
7.5 runs is all. Over under tonight. Seeing more runs than 7.5.
What was the last Blake Snell game? Was
Snell
3-2.
Snell pitched in the 6-0 game Saturday night up there.
Was he Saturday night?
Yeah, he pitched in that game, and then Darvish pitched in the Sunday
Who pitched
game
on Friday
for the Dodgers.
Vasquez, the Dodgers. Kershaw, that's where it's at. I'm going to go under.
You're going to go under. I'm going to go over. I think it's going to be 5-3 Padres tonight. Yankees and Red Sox are playing this week.
Oh, they're delivering us a pizza, Chris, right now.
Yeah, we might have to stop the show.
Yeah. Everybody, show's over. I'm going to be eating some pizza here.
Take a shot of that pizza for those watching on the YouTube.
Yeah, I'll try.
Yankees minus 1.5 over the Red Sox tonight. There's the pizza that we're going to be enjoying shortly.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
Isn't it break? Is it time for a break yet?
I'll get there.
No, we got another minute. Who do you like, Yankees or Red Sox? Yankees won the first game last night.
Did you see Roman Anthony's home run yesterday?
No.
Oh, my goodness. This dude blasted one to the right field bleachers.
Okay.
It was just impressive. That's why I'm bringing it up.
Yeah.
What was the actual bet?
Yankees are favored by 1.5.
I think the Red Sox take care of business tonight.
Red Sox are not playing well. They have slumped since they left San Diego. I'll take the Yankees here. I don't like to do these, but since it's just the last one preseason, 49ers 3.5 over the Chargers. Final preseason game. I think it's in San Francisco, if you're wondering, but who you taking? 49ers?
Yeah, I'm going to take my team.
All right.
You're going to take the other team?
No.
You're going to be a Chargers lover?
No, the other team's the Chargers. I'm going to take the 49ers. Are you kidding me? I can't take the Chargers no matter what.
Did you see that they traded 49ers traded for Brian Robinson today?
I saw that. Yeah, running back Brian Robinson, formerly of the Commanders.
Yes.
Is now a 49er.
Chris, if we're going to stop and talk about the 49ers for 1 second, not that you asked for it, they are so injured heading into the year that they had to trade for a wide receiver, Sky Moore from the Chiefs. They had to trade for Brian Robinson of the Commanders. I like Brian Robinson. I think he's a hard runner, but it's not good. It's not good. Football Talk on 97.3 The Fan is presented by Paramount Plus. You can't count on much these days, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday on CBS and Paramount Plus all season long. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today.
All right, one more prediction for tonight. Minnesota Lynx, best team in the WNBA, on the road, 6.5 over Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever, although Caitlin Clark continues not to play for the Indiana Fever.
Yeah. Did you see what Skip Bayless said something?
Oh, good. I bet it was complimentary.
It was something along the lines of Caitlin Clark is out because the rest of the WNBA doesn't like her, bullies her, and all this other stuff. And Sophie Cunningham, Caitlin Clark's like defender apparently, came out and was like, Skip Bayless does not know what he's talking about.
All you have to do is say the following words: Skip Bayless is an idiot. That's pretty much the only thing he understands.
You know what? That
to
word
be
has
honest
been brought
with
up on this show, and I'm in this case okay with it.
Yeah, I'll take Indiana, even though Caitlin Clark's not playing.
I'm
I think
gonna go
Minnesota's
Lynx.
down a couple of players as well. You're
No.
taking Minnesota minus 6.5.
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah.
We'll see how the picks go. Skraby's 14-7. I'm 13-8. Both of us are doing quite well this week. Before we go to this break, coming up at the bottom of the hour when we return to Far Corner, 10th and J, right across the street from Petco Park, we're going to have our countdown. Today's countdown, you don't want to go anywhere.
No.
The 5 things that we hate most about the Dodgers.
Yeah!
That's our countdown. It's coming up.
Dave Roberts.
You're welcome to use whatever you want, Scrape. The countdown can be handled in any way you like. But there is one quick breaking story that I think I should ask you about.
What?
Micah Parsons,
Yeah?
the Cowboys holdout
Yeah.
and superstar player, and the whole world revolves around Micah.
Uh-huh.
He has scrubbed the Dallas Cowboys from all his social media.
This is the biggest
Does that mean
non-story
anything?
of my life because this
Okay.
happens all the time.
Yeah.
And you know what's going to happen?
Does that really change the negotiations any?
I don't think Jerry Jones cares if you follow the Cowboys on
Jerry
Instagram.
Jones wouldn't even know how to access any of that stuff, would he?
Jerry Jones said he offered Micah Parsons a contract that would have made him the richest guaranteed money non-quarterback in the NFL. And Micah Parsons' agent turned it down. So now Jerry's mad at the agent. He's like, the only people that really matter in this whole thing is myself and Micah. The third person just injects himself. So there you go. Latest on that.
My prediction is Micah Parsons will be in uniform by the second or third game of the season.
Agree.
But he has scrubbed the Cowboys from all of his social media.
Man, I can't ever.
That'll show him.
Oh, man. Jerry Jones is so mad.
That'll teach him a lesson.
What is he not going to like the game post or something like that? Gosh, I hate the whole scrubbing of Instagram of things.
That's what they're doing. That's your big move nowadays.
It doesn't work.
All right, Far Corner, 10th and J, downtown. We're talking Padres. We're talking Dodgers. We're talking game 1 of the series. We're broadcasting live. Skraby, pick a name from the hopper. We got to give away one of the Xander Bogaerts bobbleheads before we go to break here.
All right.
Skraby's
threw something on the ground
down on the bar.
It's a bull in the china shop over here.
That is who you are. Give me a name, Skrabe. Give me a name of the first winner.
Matthew.
Matthew. All right.
I love it. Matthew.
Right in the front row. Come on up, Matthew. Let's hear it for Matthew.
Yeah.
He's a winner.
Matthew and his mom come to every one of our things.
And not only that, look at whose jersey he's wearing.
Turn around, I didn't see.
He's wearing a Xander Bogaerts jersey.
Even better.
And he won a Xander Bogaerts bobblehead.
That's awesome.
Way to go, Matthew. More prizes will be given away.
Things are getting weird.
I think people are starting to take advantage of some of the game day specials here.
Yes.
Far corner, more Gwynn and Chris on the way.
Stay low. Hands on the heart. Stay low. tandem student right there.
I tried. I wrecked your good job, buddy.
Fun, huh?
You need help with anything?
Okay, I'm nervous. Stand up, stay low. Hands on the heart. Stay low.
Broadcasting on site today, across from Petco Park, which is pretty much where we all want to be anyway. Dodgers and Padres, game 1 of the series coming up. We're 3 hours away from game time, Skraby, but it's already buzzing pretty good here.
It really is.
Inside of Far Corner. And again, we thank Max for having us out here. And not only that, we have a lot of places, Skraby, I think you'll agree with me on this, where we go out and broadcast live, but we don't ever really get to meet the people who run the place. Max has been front and center, and I get the feeling like he's back there making pizza for us, like himself. He's really doing a good job.
He really is.
So we appreciate Max for having us down here to Far Corner and the folks here. And we've got some more prizes to give away as we go along, including Dodgers-Padres tickets for Sunday's game. We'll be giving those away around 5 o'clock, so you're going to definitely want to be here. I got to say a shout-out to Katrina over here, Skraby.
Yeah.
She's got a Skrabinator shirt on. And,
yes, she does.
Katrina's representing the Skraby show.
That is the actual where's Renee? Renee was here. Renee is a Skrabinator. Katrina is a Skrabinator. Trevor right there in the City Connect, the Skrabinator.
We got some Skrabinators here, which we appreciate. And Katrina's also from Pittsburgh, which is my favorite downtown in America. Most beautiful downtown in America, Pittsburgh.
It actually is.
And people are like, what are you talking about? And I said, well, just go there and you'll know what I'm talking about.
I thought the same thing before I went to Pittsburgh for the first time, and we drove through the tunnle, and you come out the tunnel on a bridge, and you're like, whoa,
it's incredible.
This is not what I expected.
There's something crazy about Pittsburgh for sure. All right, we're going to do our countdown here shortly. Our subject today is the 5 things that we hate most about the Dodgers. Before we do that, though, you wanted to tell the story of our board operator, Kyle Ovenshire, who's making his Gwynn and Chris debut today.
He sure is.
And he's doing a really nice job back in the studio.
Are we going to give him like a patch like the Major League players get, where we get like part of our shirt, he gets it or something? You know what I'm talking about?
No, we're not going to do that.
Do you know what I'm talking about, though?
No.
Whenever a player makes their Major League debut now, they take their jersey and they like make a baseball card out of it. Like they cut jersey pieces and they put it into the card.
Who does that?
The card companies.
Oh, well, tell the card companies to do one for Kyle. I'm not doing one. Sorry, Kyle.
You don't want to cut off your shirt?
I'm not going to be efforting to do that, but we appreciate Kyle. But he did have a kind of a welcome to the 97.3 The Fan moment earlier this season.
Well, I hate to tell the story for Kyle, but I'm going to.
Okay.
So Kyle comes in the studio sometimes when we're leaving. So in the pleasantries we exchanged over the months, I finally found out, because on the broadcast they say Kyle Ovenshire.
I see.
And
they were getting his name wrong.
He goes, it's actually Kyle Ovenshire. And I was like, really? Oh, I'll fix that. He's like, no, please don't say anything.
Yeah,
it's all
because
good.
you don't want to say anything to Jesse. You'd make him feel bad.
Yeah, Jesse, I was more thinking about Dave Marcus.
It's actually totally Dave Marcus' fault.
It totally is.
Totally Dave Marcus' fault. He's got to get that accurate and pass the proper word along to Jesse.
So 2 weekends ago, I was down here and I went into the booth and I was talking and I saw Kyle's name on the sheet and I go, did you guys know his actual last name is Kyle Ovenshire? And Jesse's like, what? Yeah. I'm like, yeah, it's Ovenshire, not Ovenshire. And everybody just looks at Dave Marcus.
Yeah.
Like, Dave! And so they gave him a great shout out the next day about it. But I love Kyle because he goes, no, please do not correct them. I'm good with how they pronounce my name, and that is a sign of a good egg, as Mudcat would say.
He's a very good egg, but he's going to get his name pronounced a lot on this show. Kyle Ovenshire back in the studio. We also should thank Hamby over here, the great Hambino.
Yeah.
We should say Nathan, who is still nice to us, even though we stole his basket of fries last week at Islands. They delivered this fresh basket right near the end of the show last week. Skraby and I just dove into it, and nobody told us that it was supposed to be for Nathan. So we felt bad on that. Tony Gonzalez is our guy who's got us down here today. And then there's another sales guy here. What's the other guy's name?
Rick.
I know Rick.
He's not listening. It would have been better if he was listening.
I know Rick's not paying attention. But anyway, we got a bunch of people down here from the station, and we got a lot of fans. And there's even a couple of blue jerseys in here. That's okay. They can show themselves at the beginning of the series.
I keep forgetting to turn on the speaker. I'm sorry, everybody out there who can't hear us.
Yeah, because I'm kind of talking to the audience out here, and they're not reacting.
It's because I didn't put on the speaker. So,
are you ready to count down
the
5 things we hate most about the Dodgers?
Believe so.
All right, do we need to get to some traffic first?
Yes.
All right, let's do that, Kyle Ovenshire.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury.
Loaded up on the 5 southbound at La Costa Avenue, exit 44. This is all because of a collision in the carpool lane. And then further south, we have a debris spill at Claremont Drive. It's concrete blocks, and it's taking out the middle lane.
Speeding is dangerous. To other drivers, to people walking or biking, speeding catches up with you. Tickets, crashes, or even worse, slow the fast down. Safe speeds save lives. Go safely, California. From the California Office of Traffic Safety and Caltrans.
It's now time for Gwynn and Chris to rank their top 5 of the day.
Gonna grip and rip as usual.
But this isn't just a regular top 5 list.
I love it. It sounds sadistic, but I love it.
This is the countdown. And it starts right now on 97.3 The Fan.
I was just looking across at the crowd here, Skraby, at far corner.
Yeah.
And just people having a good time.
Yeah,
this is all about, right? You got Friday, you got a ball game. It's a big ball game. There's a definite, a little more of a buzz here than if, say, the Royals were in town. People are excited. You got Padre baseball. You got drink specials. You got food. We're giving prizes away. It's just a fun thing.
It totally is.
I'm not trying to make it too simple, but it's just
no.
You got to appreciate that.
You
just
do.
People having a good time out here.
You do, because it's not every day that we can come downtown and celebrate and then go hang out at a baseball game and see the Padres play the Dodgers for the division, basically.
Yeah, got to enjoy it, and we hope you'll join us. If you're coming down to Petco Park, remember we're at the corner of 10th and J, far corner, and we're going to be here till 5:30. Or 5:40.
5:35.
All right. Okay. Whatever.
Kyle, just hit number 5 for us. I got to just pull back the curtain. Kyle's never done our show before.
Yes.
I wasn't able to show him where things were, and I'm doing a terrible job with all the other stuff we got going on, telling him how to do things.
But he hasn't missed a single trigger yet.
No.
Unlike you, who knows what he's doing and still messes up most of the time.
Okay. All right. I'm going to do the number until he finds that, but number 5.
All right. Kyle has got the countdown. It is our top 5 things we hate most about the Dodgers. Are you ready? It's great.
I'm ready.
All right. You go first. Number 5. What you got?
Well, this is
Dave Roberts.
No, he'll make an appearance. Oh, my gosh. Look at this guy behind us.
Hey,
that is crazy.
That is interesting.
There's a guy who's dressed up like
we should try to describe it to people.
There's a guy who's dressed up like a statue, and he's one of those statues.
He's got the metallic paint on,
bronze, and it's good.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry, that completely distracted me.
Perfect.
My number 5 is traffic at Chavez Ravine is brutal.
That is a great thing to hate about the Dodgers.
I've been to 2 Dodgers games up there.
You're lucky you got home either time.
Because you know how long we sat in that parking lot? 2.5
hours and hours. Yeah, it's the worst traffic in the world.
It's pretty bad.
Leaving Dodger Stadium, I think that's a fair one.
Yeah.
That is a really good one, Skraby.
Thank you.
I'm impressed. All right, number 5 for me is going to be the arrogance of Will Smith, who continues to try to tell us that these games just don't matter. I don't care for a guy that, you know something, Will? Have a good time. Like all these folks here at Far Corner, we're all having a good time. We're looking forward to the game tonight.
Yep.
Will Smith is like, oh, it's just another game. It's just another game. I mean, come on, man. It's just another game. Have a little fun out there. And not only that, his whole handling of the Profar thing last year.
Yeah. All the above.
As I said earlier today, in my mind, if you're going to really load it up for some booze, I think Will Smith is your guy tonight.
I agree with that.
I think he's public enemy number one.
And then I don't know why I want to pick on Pages, but it seems like he's easy to pick on. So Pages got all angry the first time.
You're going to throw a few at Pages.
Yeah, so that's a good one. All right, next one, Kyle.
Number 4.
Nice job. My number 4 is the Dodgers fans who flex constantly. Then when their team loses, they're nowhere to be found.
Oh,
I hate that. Because we see in our YouTube chat, by the way, you can watch our YouTube each and every day. Search 97.3 The Fan on YouTube. But we have fans that come in there and just trash all of the Padres fans and trash everybody in there because their team won. But then when their team loses, like split with the Rockies, they're nowhere to be found. It drives me insane.
All right, number 4 for me, I'll go with the fans, just in general, Dodger fans. And here's my complaint on Dodger fans. For the last 32 years, let me take it back. For the last 37 years prior to last year, the Dodgers were basically a failure. They won the World Series in 1988. They did not win another one until the very tainted 2020 World Series. They were very, very upset every time you tried to bring up the fact that was a bit of a tainted World Series. But the bottom line is the Dodger fans hated their team, hated their organization, wanted more, felt like they weren't getting it because it had been so long. Then last year, they win the World Series. Now they're walking around like their you-know-what doesn't stink.
Yeah.
Complete change of attitude.
A bunch of
Dodger fans
looking
just came by.
Dodger fans.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they did. They look angry. But the Dodger fan, to me, you were like totally anti your own franchise for 37 years. Talking about how they let you down and embarrassed you.
Yeah.
But now that they've won one, walking on water. Hoity-toity.
Hoity-toity.
All right.
Next one.
Number 3.
I don't like Clayton Kershaw.
Really?
I don't know what it is about him. I just don't like him.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Just
Okay.
of how he is very – it's not even about his views on things because I know that's what people are thinking when I say that. It's not that at all. I just feel like he's kind of arrogant in a little way. When he's talking about the Padres and things like that, like I'm not a big fan of Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah, that's one we're going to disagree on.
You like Clayton Kershaw?
I don't love him. He's on the Dodgers. But as much as I can like a Dodger, Kershaw's right up there.
All right.
I think he's a legend.
I don't know why. He just always rubs me the wrong way.
Okay. I'm going to leave it there. My number 3 is a personal one for me. I hate the fact that the Dodgers have not retired Steve Garvey's number.
Well, he's already retired in Petco, so.
Well, he can. I can't stand the fact that the Dodgers give Steve Garvey's number to Hai-Song Kim. It just doesn't work for me. I did grow up in Los Angeles, as you know.
I do know.
I hated the Dodgers because every time they won, my mom would elbow me in the ribs. And I got really tired of it. But there's no denying the fact that for 10, maybe 12 years before he came to San Diego, Garvey was the god of the Dodgers. And they won World Series with him, and they were in World Series, and he did everything he could do, and they won't retire his number. We retired it here in San Diego for that one moment, but it upsets me that the Dodgers won't retire the Garvey's number.
Interesting.
It's my own thing. It's my own personal one.
How was the reaction when he came to the Padres?
That's a good question because it's really been a long time ago.
I know. Was there that sort of animosity back then?
I don't know. I think he was free agent. I think the Dodgers were kind of done with him. And,
one man's trash is another man's treasure.
They paid the price because Garvey came here and, led them to the World Series.
It's true.
So I think the Garv should be more revered in L.A.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry, that's my personal vendetta.
Okay, next one.
Number 2.
My number 2 is the deferrals. I cannot stand how they took advantage of the deferral system. I know it's within the rules. They're
deferring the money.
Yeah, deferring the money.
Okay, I was trying to figure out what you're talking about.
No, deferring the money until like 2075 when, maybe Earth isn't even here anymore because of an asteroid or something. But yes, within the rules, drove me insane because it seemed like for a period of like 2 weeks, there was like every Dodger player signing, it's deferred till then, deferred till then. They're making peanuts compared to what they're going to make years from now. I just didn't like them taking advantage of a loophole. So there's my number 2.
Shohei Ohtani will be paid until the year 3510.
Honestly, he doesn't even need the money.
All right.
Well, maybe he does because,
All right, my number 2 thing I hate about the Dodgers, I don't want to say this too loud, but they're kicking our butt right now. I hate to do it, but they are, which also makes all of our complaining fall on deaf ears.
It does.
Because we don't have anything to back up.
We do not have a leg to stand on.
We don't have a leg to stand on. We can't. I mean, how long can we go with we beat you in the 2022 playoffs?
I think that's expired.
Yeah, I think that's expired. So the fact that they've owned us, that's number 2 for me. I have something beyond that one, though.
Okay, I got another one.
All right.
Number 1.
Of course, it's Dave Roberts and that sinister slang. This thing has bothered me.
The sinister slang.
This thing has bothered me more than just a sports fan. This thing has bothered me on a human level because he caused all of that craziness with Ken Rosenthal writing the article about the players and kind of sort of
triggered it.
I'm not going to say that it was racist, but I'm going to say that it was unnecessary. And Dave Roberts came out later and said, hey, I was just trying to fire up my team.
He tried to trash, or either unknowingly kind of trashed Manny Machado's reputation.
He had to have known what was going to happen because everybody already thought outside of San Diego that Manny's a quote-unquote dirty player, which he's not. And we saw the video of him throwing the ball over there, and it was not even a sinister sling. But to stand behind that to try to rally your troops, sure, it worked, whatever. But really, at that cost, do you feel good with yourself at night, Dave Roberts, when you go to sleep, knowing that you threw a guy under the bus?
Wow. Dave Roberts is your number 1, but he's not even close to the most annoying Dodger manager ever. My number 1,
Tommy Lasorda.
It's funny, too, because I was talking to somebody earlier, and they said, well, the Dodgers, Tommy Lasorda was what made them great. They just haven't been able to live up to that since. I beg to differ. Tommy Lasorda, and I'm going to just say it straight up, and I don't like picking on the guy because he's now passed. But Tommy Lasorda was honestly one of the most, two-faced is too strong. But if the camera was on, the nicest guy you ever met. And if the camera was off, one of the meanest people I've ever come across. And I've always wanted to, I hate to do it to Tommy, but I have the platform to be able to, out him a little bit. Tommy Lasorda was not a good dude. I didn't feel. Now, he might have been all right to his players or his friends, his family, but he treated people not well, and I saw it a lot.
I didn't like it. Yeah. I've heard this too. Randomly, 4 or 5 years ago, I got into the elevator after a Dodgers-Padres game, and Tommy Lasorda was on it.
Was he really?
It was so crazy.
Yeah.
But he was older at that point, so he wasn't really fired up. He wasn't insulting me, which I kind of now want him to insult me. But, yeah.
Tommy Lasorda was on our radio show many years ago, and he was the greatest guy of all time. Like I said, if the microphone was going or the camera, you saw Tommy Lasorda. He was incredible. He loved the game, the Dodger blue. But behind the scenes, man, I saw a much different guy. That's always stuck with me.
That felt good.
We're both a little more unburdened now.
I know.
We got our 5 things we hate about the Dodgers out of the way.
Hey.
All right, here we go. Into the 4 o'clock hour. things are, again, picking up even more steam.
Yes.
Far corner. Come on by before you go to the ball game. Gwynn and Chris, 97.3 The Fan.
Chris versus the fans on the other side?
I think so.
833-288-0973.
Padres Dodgers today.
0-2, swing and a miss.
Pregame 5:40. First pitch 6:40. The Padres play here on 97.3 The Fan.
The Dodgers and Padres are in a race for the NL West, and they
live. You might be able to hear in the background. It's starting to get pretty noisy.
It is.
And we love it. We are broadcasting live Far Corner. It's right across the street from Petco Park, where tonight you may be aware the Dodgers are in town to take on the Padres, game 1 of a 3-game series. You'll hear the game right here on 97.3 The Fan. Sam Levitt's pregame show follows our program at about 5:35. Now, before we get to Chris versus the Fan,
this is insane.
What's going on right in front of us? Can you video some
Yeah,
of
I'm
this,
going to do
Skraby,
this.
for those
I'm
on the
gonna do this
YouTube?
right here.
That right there, for those of you on the YouTube, and we'll try to describe it for the rest of you driving around, that is our guy Chris. And Chris is Statue Man.
Yes.
And I don't think Statue Man is giving it the kind of respect and credence it deserves, but
what? His name, Statue. I see what you're
right. I'm calling him Statue Man, but Chris has an outfit on that makes him look like he's copper. Is copper the right word?
Brass.
Brass. Thank you. That's better. Yeah. All right. So he looks like he's brass, and he's got the makeup, and then he's got the jersey, the Padre uniform, and he's holding the bat, and he's standing completely still right in front of our broadcast location.
Yes.
And he's just there.
It's pretty amazing. Like, I could not stand
And
that
he's
still.
not moving.
I could not stand that still.
But
this is pretty crazy.
The thing that I like is and I'm not describing it well, Skrabe. I wish I was describing it better, but he looks like a brass statue, but he's just Chris. He's just a guy.
Well, no, he is a statue.
Well, okay.
You got to play into it.
All right, he is an actual statue.
He is a statue.
He doesn't even look like he's breathing, honestly.
I know. That is crazy. And I want to see how long he can stand like that because he's holding the bat in the air
yes,
like
he is.
like a statue would, and that's not easy.
All right, look at his outfit, Skrabe.
Yeah.
And his arm, to look brass.
Yep.
And his neck, and obviously his face,
everything.
And his hair, and everything.
It's a complete package.
I asked him how long it takes to get ready.
Okay.
I thought it would be like 5 hours.
Okay.
He said it takes about 45 minutes.
Really?
I'm like, what?
That's pretty good.
That's incredible.
It would take me 6.5 years to put on that amount of makeup.
Yeah. So anyway, come on down to Far Corner, and people are taking a lot of photos of Chris right now, and people are like, what is going on? Like, look at those two young ladies in the back there, Skraby. They're like, what is he doing? That is so cool.
It is awesome. The great Hambino just sent me some pictures. I'll have to post them.
Yeah, post a couple of the pictures. Oh, now he's changing poses, doing a little moving. He's become a different pose now. There he is.
Wow.
Chris, the Statue Man.
The Statue Man. I'm going to put it up right now.
That is pretty cool.
That is cool.
It's kind of going to distract me.
It's going to distract me, but I'm loving it.
I think it's going to give everybody out there a better chance to win today's version of Chris versus the Fans.
If you had one shot, one opportunity to take down the human almanac himself,
howdy do.
Now is your time.
Listen to me, this guy is dangerous.
Now is your opportunity to win a prize.
Well, I hope you know what you're in for.
Chris versus the Fans starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
I'm trying to tweet this.
All right, Chris versus the Fans. Chance for you to qualify for a trip to Las Vegas. Has a whole bunch to do with going to oh my goodness, I just dropped
Officer Dave's cards.
Officer Dave's business cards.
All right.
That didn't help. I might need those later on my way home, Scrape. You never know. You
never know.
Tell us what we're giving away. I can't find it.
You'll be qualified for the grand prize, a 2-night stay at Resorts World Las Vegas, plus VIP admission to IU Day Club and $175 food and beverage credits. Celebrate summer with a 2-night stay at Resorts World Las Vegas. Dine poolside at one of the 5 unique pool experiences in the 5.5-acre pool complex, the largest elevated pool deck on the Las Vegas Strip, and experience IU Day Club, stunning oasis inspired by the idyllic islands of Southeast Asia, where the ultimate party concepts transform the weekend into a never-ending summer. Special summer rates available now at rwlasvegas.com, now offering no resort fees and complimentary parking. So that's always good. Complimentary parking is always good. Now, the rules. You have to make it through 3 questions. Each question's going to get more difficult. If you get the question right, you move on. If you get it wrong and Chris gets it right, you're eliminated. But if Chris gets it wrong, then you move on to the next question or you win. If you're a first-time player, let us know. Oh, I forgot to put Chris's mic. Player, let us know, and you'll get the first question for free today. All right. Let me get to our contestants real quick, and then we will go from there. Let's go to Lucas in Carlsbad. Lucas, are you there?
Yeah. Yeah,
Hello,
we're there.
Lucas.
Hello?
Oh, yes, I got you. You can hear us?
Hi, Lucas.
He's the first-time player.
Hi.
He didn't even need to be asked.
All right. Hello, Lucas. All right. We're going to go straight to the second question. Go ahead, Kyle. Play the bed. All right, Lucas. Which 3 Padres bunted in consecutive at-bats in the 5th inning yesterday? No order, but which 3 Padres bunted in the 5th inning yesterday?
Lucky for me in a ride.
That is correct.
He nailed it.
Yeah.
Lucas got
Nice
them all.
job, Lucas.
It was Fermin. It was Tatis. It was Arise.
Yes, it was. Wow.
And that helped turn the game around, and the Padres won yesterday. Good job, Lucas.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't know. I wouldn't have known that, and it happened yesterday, Chris. All right, here we go. Question number 3. Lucas, which Padre hit the first home run of the season?
First Padre to hit a home run this year.
Yep.
Gavin Cheek.
Gavin Sheets is correct.
He got it.
Lucas wins.
Yeah. Lucas wins right off the bat.
Wow. Nice job, Lucas.
He
So
went
to the game. Okay.
Well, hey, man, that's a great job by you, Lou. How old are you, Lucas?
So I'm 13 with my dad.
You're 13?
Yes.
Very good.
Very nice.
Congratulations. First, we appreciate you, calling in and playing.
Yeah.
And second of all, nice job, man. You won the game straight up. Well done.
Yes, and Lucas, stay on hold, and Kyle's going to get some information from you. But just stay right there.
Stick around, and Lucas and his family, who knows, maybe they'll get drawn and get to go to Las Vegas. I'm sure Lucas would enjoy the pool complex at Resorts World out there. All right, so that was a quick version.
That was a very quick
of Chris versus the fans today. That went by in a hurry. I'm trying to post a bunch of stuff of this of our guy Chris the statue.
I have posted on Twitter at 97.3 the Fan ST.
Yeah, he's awesome, and he's drawing a big crowd, and everybody's here and kind of freaking out. We're getting ready for the ball game. We got one more Xander Bogaerts bobblehead to give away. And you want to do the Joe Musgrove ball? I just feel like it'd be a good
second.
Yeah.
All right.
I think all these. Does everybody want a chance to win a Joe Musgrove baseball out there?
All right.
Before you draw it?
Yeah.
Has everybody had a chance to sign up and put their name in the hopper? It's your last chance to get your name in there to try to win the Joe Musgrove signed baseball.
Going once.
Going twice. Okay, everybody's ready on that.
All right. Let me see the little thingamabobber. Oh, here it is. Ooh. Ah. All right.
All right, Skraby.
So we still have a Xander Bogaerts bobblehead to give away if you're coming on down here. We also have tickets to Sunday's game. If you come on down here, come over to where we are, and you could sign up, and we will draw the tickets before we end the show today. But for the Joe Musgrove baseball, gotta make sure I don't throw all these on the ground. Crystal. Oh, right in front of us.
Crystal, you got it.
There we go. You know what's so much better, Chris, is that we call names and they're here. Here
Crystal,
you go, Crystal.
congratulations.
Very nice job.
You got the Joe
Is that yours? Yes? Okay.
Way to go, Crystal.
All right. That was easy. That was easy.
Too bad you're not very happy about it, Crystal. That's what we want to see.
Pictures.
Crystal wins.
Hold on, can I show you on our YouTube?
Show her on the YouTube.
There we go.
Crystal. She's fired up. Beat
LA.
She's got the right
Nice
outfit
job.
on for sure.
Nice job.
Way to go, Crystal. She won the Joe Musgrove signed baseball. All right, we'll give away more stuff as we go along here.
You all right?
No, I was trying to look at something that caught my eye. We got the statue guy. He keeps throwing me off.
I honestly forgot that he's so still. I forgot he was there.
He's right there. Padres begin play not only a game back of the Dodgers, but a game back of the Cubs for the wild card lead. That's something to keep an eye on. If you end up getting the wild card, you want to finish at least ahead of the Cubs so that you could get the wild card series here.
Yeah.
The other thing that is in the back of my mind still, Skraby, is that we have to beat the Dodgers to win the division. We also need to beat the Phillies in order to get the bye in the first round of the playoffs. Unfortunately, the Phillies are playing really well right now, and we have fallen 3 games back of them. So, you can't worry about that at the moment. You got to take care of your own business this weekend and, hope the Phillies will come back a little to the pack.
I wonder if the loss of Zach Wheeler, I know starting pitcher is once every 5 days.
But you would think it would be a factor for them for sure. They did get Aaron Nola back, but Aaron Nola hasn't been Aaron Nola. Nola, for lack of a better term, Aaron Nola's been pitching like Austin Nola this year. So it's just not really working too well.
Austin Nola, he's back in Major League Baseball.
Not anymore. He was with the Rockies for a couple of months, and then that
I feel bad.
That ended.
I was happy to see that.
By the way, the Rockies' magic number is now down to 5. And they are actually keeping track of that. They need 5 more wins to avoid being the worst team in baseball history.
Did you see Brenton Doyle's 700-foot home run yesterday? It wasn't 700 feet, but I didn't even see the ball land.
Coors Field, the thing, it can go and go and go and go. Here's another thing I saw yesterday. Even though the Dodgers beat them, since the All-Star break, the Rockies have a better record than the Dodgers.
Oh, that's
How
glorious.
strange is baseball?
That's glorious.
If that can be the case.
That is glorious.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we got the NFL season 2 weeks away. So I got to talk a little football with you, Skraby, even though we're on a big baseball game tonight.
I need a little bit of a break.
I'm going to give you a little football stuff. I got a couple of things I'm predicting that I want to get your response to.
Okay.
All right, so we'll do that when Gwynn and Chris continues. Big Five still ahead. And don't forget, at 5 o'clock, you want to be here for sure. Far corner, we're going to give away the tickets to Sunday's Padres-Dodgers game. More Gwynn and Chris after Kyle Ovenshire checks in on the traffic for us back in the studio. All right, welcome back. Gwynn Chris broadcasting live from Far Corner, right here across the street from Petco Park, 10th and J. Game time, little over 2 hours away. Padres, Dodgers tonight. I know a lot of people are going to be headed down here in the next hour. And once you get parked, make sure you drop on by because we're going to be giving away tickets to Sunday's game. When we get into the 5 o'clock hour, which isn't too far away. Skraby, I do have one bit of sad news to pass along today. I do it for the horse racing fans. I know that Friday they have the horse racing card at Del Mar. It starts later in the day, Friday night racing up at Del Mar.
Yeah.
So I'm sure people are on their way up there, and they're horse racing fans, people. The passing today of legendary jockey Ron Turcotte. Now, that name may not mean a lot to you or to people that don't follow horse racing, but Ron Turcotte was the jockey that wrote the greatest horse of all time. Secretariat. No, Secretariat. Stop it.
They didn't make a movie about Secretariat.
The Secretariat's the greatest horse of all time. Secretariat's jockey Ron Turcotte passed today at the age of 84. So, there's that.
You know, it's sad when someone passes away, but a good long run there.
Had a
good long run. Just like his horse, he had a good long run.
Had a good life.
Did he ever ride, because Secretariat, horses are only good basically for like 1 year, right?
Secretariat was about 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
That's a very short lifespan for a professional athlete.
For a professional athlete. Secretariat, I believe, lived to the age of 19 before Secretariat.
Good run.
Actual horse.
Good
passed
run.
away.
I don't know what horses' lifespans are.
Yeah,
but
not exactly. It's up there. It's
Let me
around
see.
there. It's around there. All right. I got a couple of NFL picks for you,
up to
Skraby.
30 years for horses.
Up to 30
by the way.
years, but yeah, okay.
All right, hit the bet, Kyle.
Give us a little NFL music. Get us going on that.
There it is. Rumble it, bumble it, stumble it.
Yeah, we're 2 weeks away from the start of the NFL season. 2 weeks from yesterday. Cowboys, Eagles
That's
will play
insane.
the first
Our
game.
fantasy draft is 6 days away.
Our fantasy football league draft, yes, right. So it's getting to be that time. I got a few things that I thought I wanted to predict.
Okay.
Get your thoughts. I'll give you one. I'll start off simple. I say that this year, paper bags will be selling a lot in New Orleans.
Oh, yeah.
You know that the Saints in the early 80s, their fans invented the paper bags.
I do know this.
Yeah. They called them the Aints.
Yep.
They didn't win a game. Well, they did, but very few games over about a 5-year span. And they finally played a couple of Monday night games, and the people showed up with bags on their heads, and a tradition was born for bad teams.
Honestly, some of
I
these
think
things...
the Saints may be back in that league this year.
Oh,
Agreed?
I'm 100% with you. Their quarterback options are Tyler Shaw and Spencer Rattler. I'm sorry, that doesn't scream wins to me.
I don't understand why you didn't just go with Tyler Shaw. I mean, let the rookie see what he can do.
Maybe he's not good.
Yeah, well, they drafted him and said he was good, so we'll see.
You know,
is Alvin Kamara still running around for them?
Yeah, he had a decent year last year.
Chris Olave, still down there?
Chris Olave is still down there. I can't name anybody else, though.
That's about it for the Saints.
Yeah, you know, who is it? Kellen Moore is the guy who took the job as the head coach in New Orleans.
Yeah.
I think that it's really easy for me to say while I'm sitting right here, but I think he made a mistake. I think he should have turned down the job or not even interviewed for the job because I feel like this is a situation where he's going to lose and he's going to be painted as a bad head coach because of how bad his team is.
That can happen. Like he could go 1-15 and never get another chance
They're
again.
gonna fire him and then he's a coordinator for the rest of his life.
We'll see how it turns out for Kellen Moore. But that's my first prediction. You agree with it?
Yes.
Here's my second one. I think this is a hot take. CMC stays healthy the entire year.
You're jinxing him right now. I am knocking on all the wood.
You're knocking on all the wood. When is the last time CMC stayed healthy the whole season?
2 years ago.
Has it ever happened?
2 years ago. When they
Was
went
he
to the Super
really
Bowl.
healthy? He was healthy that whole year?
He was traded in the middle of the year, and he sat out a couple games getting up to speed, but other than that, he was healthy.
Well, what about the year they were lost to the Eagles? He was playing quarterback by the end of that game.
He sure was.
Yeah.
Let me look.
I don't remember if he was hurt that year or not. He was certainly hurt most of last season, right?
All of last season, except for like 2 games.
Okay.
Because he went and played against the he made a comeback against the Bucks, and they played against the Bills.
Oh yeah, the snow game on a Sunday night.
And he never played again.
And he carried the ball like twice, and then he went to the bench.
And he had a nice long run.
Yeah.
All right, so last year he played 4 games. 2023, he played 16 of the 17.
Okay.
And then in
22, he was traded to the 49ers.
Yes, I'm looking because it's combined games. So he played, it looks like in 2022, he played every game, 17.
Wow.
Which I didn't know he did. But
so we're saying that he's brittle, but he actually played 2 full seasons before last year.
Here's why. He went full season, 3 games, 7 games, 6 games. So he was labeled as a paper mache running back because he missed so many games for 3 straight seasons.
You have the 3rd pick in our draft, so you're not a good guy to ask. But if you had like 8th or 9th pick and everybody stayed away from Christian McCaffrey, would you be willing to take a chance on him and build your team around him as a fantasy owner, knowing that he could lose him like in the first half of the first game?
You ride with your guys, you die with your guys.
I think you take him.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't predict he's going to get hurt.
The one thing that he does so much better than everybody else is his receiving ability is just incredible.
He's so good. This guy is so good. All right, but I predict he'll stay healthy all year this year.
I'll take that, but I hate that you're jinxing him.
All right, I got another one here. NFL prediction for the upcoming season, and I'm serious about this one, Skraby. I really don't think Mike McDaniel will make it through the year in Miami. I don't see how he can, and here's why. Because you know, and I know, and that guy just gave you a fist bump.
High school.
Knows. But my point is, everybody knows that Tua is going to get hurt. 3 games, 4 games, 5 games, he's going to get hurt. And when he gets hurt, Zach Wilson's going to come in. And once Zach Wilson comes in, the Dolphins will lose every game. And I think when they go to 3-11, 5-9, whatever it is, and there's already a bunch of whispering about how soft they are and how teams are really taking advantage of that, and how Mike McDaniel runs a very, a club med instead of a training camp.
Yeah.
I think it's going to catch up with him this year. He needs Tua to stay healthy to have a chance to win, and that just is unlikely. So I think Mike McDaniel will not make it through the year. Do you agree or not?
I tend to agree. I don't see, unless he comes out and does what he did a few years ago and they win a bunch of games, I don't see it happening.
I don't either. They hit the world by storm, right? That first year and scored 60 points, 70 points. Everybody seemed to figure out what they do.
Yeah.
And now they don't have an answer. I don't think Mike McDaniel will make it through the year.
He doesn't have head coach that screams. Maybe he'll learn from this experience and realize that he needs to be a little bit tougher on his guys. But
maybe.
So
I hope I'm wrong, but I just feel like this is going to happen.
You deep down want a new coach.
No, but I don't want to go through like a 3-12 season or something. I don't enjoy that.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, here's my final one. The Steelers and Packers.
So this guy, he's a high school football teammate. We were teammates with Kevin O'Connell.
Okay.
And I haven't seen him since high school.
And he just waved and gave you a fist bump.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yes, that was.
All right, here's my last prediction. The Steelers and Packers play on Sunday Night Football, October 26th.
Okay.
By that time, Mike Tomlin will have already punched out Aaron Rodgers on the sidelines. So the Packers fans will not get to see Rodgers play.
I can't agree with this one.
I'm joking, but there's no way that is going to work, is it? Aaron Rodgers, the most diva-like individual, maybe in NFL history, playing for one of the most hardcore, team-oriented, gritty coaches ever. I don't see how the two of them get along for too long.
Mike Tomlin made his bed, now he's got to lay in it. He's the one who brought Aaron Rodgers to town.
Yeah, no, and he kept saying that I want him.
I bet he's already annoyed.
I bet he's got to be annoyed by now already.
That was a good one.
That's my prediction.
That was a good one.
If Tomlin doesn't punch out Rodgers before the season's over, they at least agree to fight on the next WWE WrestleMania card.
Which, by the way, ESPN owns now.
Awesome.
ESPN owns everything, Chris. everything at this point.
Yeah, it's almost too much.
You know, on ESPN right now, I didn't even know they had this, but the AUSL Home Run Derby is on right now. The softball league home run derby. Chris doesn't care, but I've been watching.
Well, I hate to say this ought to be on the Ocho, shouldn't it? I mean, what am I talking about here?
I don't know. Oh, is this the AUSL? I think it's. Oh, it's no. I'm sorry. I'm a dum dum.
Yes, you are.
It's the Little League World Series home run derby. It's just there's a lot of pink. So I thought it was the
Well, they
AUSL.
had the young ladies competing earlier. Now they have the young boys competing.
Okay, so I wasn't completely wrong.
So it was softball hitting and now home run baseball hitting, Little League World Series style derbies.
Ryan
Great.
Howard in attendance. Anyway,
Ryan Howard probably making an appearance fee to be there.
no, I think he's giving his time to the kids.
Brian Robinson Jr. running back to the 49ers. That's the big football story of the day. Skraby is unimpressed and unpulsed by that acquisition.
No, I'm okay with it. I think he's a good running back. I just think he gets hurt a lot. And why are they already planning for life after CMC?
Well, they'd be silly not to.
I know. You're right. They have to have a
They
backup
got to
plan
have
this
a
year.
backup plan. So I think that's smart by the 49ers. We'll take a break. More Gwynn and Chris. Again, right around 5 o'clock, we'll give away the Padres Dodgers tickets. Far Corner, broadcasting live, 10th and J on 97.3 The Fan. He was with us a while ago, but he's at Petco across the street from where we're broadcasting, Scrape. Far corner. It's getting a little harder and harder to hear you because we got so many people in here, and obviously everyone's getting excited. It's a great atmosphere. We are going to be giving away in the 5 o'clock hour, so it's going to be soon. We're going to be giving away a pair of tickets to Sunday's Padre-Dodger game. So if you're on your way down to the ballpark for the game, you got yourself another 20 minutes, whatever it is, half hour. Make sure, once you park and, get settled, come on by. Far corner, get your name into the hopper here. And the Hamby Hopper.
The Hamby Hopper.
And get yourself into the Hamby Hopper there so that we can maybe draw your name out to win the tickets. Right now, Skraby wants to give away something.
A Xander Bogaerts bobblehead right now.
All right. Who's it going to, Skrabe?
Hopefully, I don't know if anybody's going to be able to hear me, but we'll do our best. We'll effort our best, Chris.
All right.
Let's see. This one is Todd.
Todd. Is there a Todd here? Or is there a Todd in the building that can hear us?
This is this is going to be tough.
This is going to be difficult. Wait, here comes
Todd.
Todd.
Oh, there he is.
Todd,
you know what? Todd's been here the entire show. So
way to go,
you,
Todd.
Sir.
All right, give him his bobblehead and take care of that.
I saw Todd sitting there as we got here, so I'm glad that he won something.
Wait, get Todd in there. He's got I love his jersey.
Oh, he's got a Gwynn jersey too?
He's got a mid-1980s brown Gwynn jersey.
Very nice, Todd.
Those are sweet. I remember when the Padres first did that. Went from kind of the style they wore in the '84 World Series, and then went pinstripes in '86. Yeah, with the brown pinstripes, and there was a big argument about whether they should have done that or not. And then, of course, the jersey went through all of the blue and orange machinations, and I think a lot of people still like the blue and orange, but I think in general, right, going back to the brown a few years ago was the thing to do. Don't you, Scrabe?
I agree. I mean,
okay.
I didn't understand the blue uniforms, but I like what they got going on now. I wish they would wear the brown on the road more, but I know it's not good luck.
It hasn't been good luck, and it's only up to the starting pitcher. That day's starting pitcher decides. And you know how these guys are. They've been winning better with the pinstripe. The Padres' road record is not exactly incredible this year, Scrape.
I know.
They're 31-35 on the road. 4 games under.
But they're 41-21 at home?
Yeah, they're 20 games over at home. So home has been good to the Padres, and let's hope that keeps up starting tonight against L.A. A little traffic.
Yep.
Kyle Ovenshire, who has been on point, by the way, Scraby.
He has.
Back in the studio. And then we got our Big Five.
Yep.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury.
A little bit slow with some debris on the 805 northbound at Miramar Road. It's in the left lane. And then westbound on the 78, you got a metal rack in the middle lane at Twin Oaks Valley Road. We're working on a collision on the 67 northbound at Mapleview Street. And the 5 is just loaded up southbound. You got an accident at La Costa Avenue, then more debris further south at Claremont Drive. I'm Sue Aller with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
It's that time of the show when we check on the latest in sports. Only the most important topics and questions are brought to light.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
These news stories will astound and amaze you. The one, the only.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Yes,
The Big Five starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, still to come on Gwynn and Chris, we have Mike Schilt from the morning show. We want to hear from him. We also have our tickets to give away to the game on Sunday. Just make sure you come down to 10th and J, far corner, sign up for the tickets to be, put your name in the hat over here next to us.
The Hamby Hopper.
The Hamby Hopper.
Put your name in the Hamby Hopper, and you'll have a chance to win the tickets. We'll also hear from Manny Machado ahead of tonight's series opener.
Yes. All right, let's get into it, Kyle.
Number 5.
All right, I do have to say, if you love Mediterranean food, try Spiro's for authentic Mediterranean cuisine in Coronado or La Jolla for dining or takeout options. Visit Padres.com.
Yeah.
The Padres made Justin Verlander feel like, I heard him say this, feel like yesterday's 5th inning was one of the toughest of his career. He was very upset about how this 5th inning went down, and I wonder how much of it was the bunts, because he probably was annoyed by that. But it could be the 6 runs, it could be the bunts, it could be, anything. Manager Mike Schill emphasized the importance of the bunt game, a strategy that actually helped him in that inning. So, long story short, the Padres lead the league with 37 sacrificed bunts and have put more bunts in play than any other team in baseball, with a total of 11 bunt hits and 8 bunt outs. So 19 bunts in play.
Okay.
Chris.
Yeah.
Should the Padres bunt more?
Not more, but keep it up. They've already bunted. I don't need to bunt all the time, right? I don't need more bunts, but I need to keep it as a weapon. It's huge. Don't forget, they won a game, I want to say a week and a half ago. Is there music playing?
Yes. It's ours.
Oh, that's our.
Yes.
Okay, that's our sounder. Sorry, I'm sorry. There's so many people in here.
There is a
it's
lot
hard
of people
to
here.
tell. It's,
that far corner.
But remember, they won a game within the last couple of weeks, Skraby, and it was the bottom of the 10th or 11th inning. I forget what team they were playing, but they brought. It was the Red Sox. They brought the infield in because they thought it was a bunt.
Yes.
And Laureano chopped it over the guy's head. And we won the game.
Yeah.
That's what the bunt can do. Not only does the bunt work on its own, but the bunt opens things up for other things. I don't know why more teams don't want to do it. I don't think they work on it, and I think the Padres should continue to do it. But I don't need to do it more. But it's got to continue to be a weapon. It's been a weapon, and it's part of baseball. And I know that the analytic people hate it, but sorry, analytic people, you can't always have your way.
Yeah, I want them to keep with the strategy of the bunt that they already have been doing, which has surprised people. Like, no one thought Fernando was going to bunt yesterday. Manny has bunted before this season. But I see what you're saying. Like, don't bunt too much, because then, maybe they're going to expect it or something like that. But we have seen bunts go bad. We have seen the team not able to get the bunt down.
No,
but for the most part, it is
hey,
a weapon for them.
To me, it is. Well, here's the thing. No strategy is bulletproof. If it was, every team would bunt every time.
Yes.
I mean,
true.
If the other team can sniff it out, then they can stop it. But by and large, it's really worked well for the Padres, so you got to stick with it.
Hey.
We got more fans.
Oh,
Fill
yeah,
out
I
your form.
remember you, actually.
I remember you.
No, I do. All right, Kyle.
Number 4.
Catcher Samuel Basallo and the Baltimore Orioles are finalizing an 8-year, $67. Actually, it's finalized now, but it was an 8-year, $67 million contract extension, locking up one of the top prospects in baseball less than a week after his major league debut. He turned 21 9 days ago. He's the number 4 overall prospect in baseball. While Baltimore, already has a starting catcher and 2-time All-Star Adley Rutschman, Basallo could actually see time at first base, where he has played more than 100 games over his 5 minor league seasons and designated hitter. Chris, do you find it, this isn't the question, but do you find it crazy that he turned 21 9 days ago? He's already got 5 major or minor league seasons under his belt?
No, because that's going to be the same for Ethan Salas, right?
Good point.
He started at 16.
Good point.
But I do find it strange that the 21-year-old with 5 games of experience just got all this money.
Here's my question.
I don't know if that's your question, but
if you're a teammate looking for a contract, are you perturbed at the Orioles?
No.
Really?
No, I'm not. This is what the Orioles have to do to compete with the likes of the Yankees. The Yankees have endless money to go out and buy free agents. The Orioles are a smaller market team that has to find superstars like this and lock them up for what would be a cheaper price and take the risk ahead of time.
Yeah.
It's the only way, because they're about to lose Henderson. They're about to lose Rutschman. They're about to lose all these guys because they weren't able to lock them up before they should have been.
And there was a team sale.
This is the problem with the way baseball is. The Yankees don't have to do something like this. The Padres might.
Yeah.
The Padres already did it with Jackson Merrill.
They did.
But he took a bit of a discount, but the Padres did this already with a guy that wasn't necessarily proven, for the next 8-9 years. But that's what they had to do to keep him. So the Orioles kind of have to do this.
I think we're starting to see this more because it works out for the player if you're young enough. Like Roman Anthony.
Yeah.
He got a big contract extension as well. But with Basayo, he's going to be able to go to free agency when he's 29. So if he's having a good career, he's going to cash in. So
He's
if
not
I'm
going
a
to need
team,
to cash in by that point.
No.
That'll be good.
If I'm a team, I'm looking for, like you just said, guys like this to lock up early, kind of like what the Braves did with Acuna and Albies. And you're going to get some core players for a lot cheaper than you would have had to pay them if they go through the arbitration process and get free agency.
But again, and if you want to be a good organization, you better be right. Because if you're wrong about Basayo, you just blew
$67 million.
$67 million. That guy might be on the street in a year and a half if he can't play.
Yeah, that's
so,
true.
you better be right on stuff. But if you are right, it helps your franchise.
All right.
And I don't think the other players are upset. They get it. They're rooting for all the people to make a lot of money.
And Adley Rutschman and Gunnar Henderson are probably like, get me out of here anyway. This thing is a disaster.
It's turned that way for Baltimore.
All right. Next one. 3. The Shador Sanders fall in the draft was a huge storyline coming out of the NFL draft this year. Some thought the NFL had something to do with it. Well, former NFL running back Eric Dickerson was on AM 570 and said this, quote, I tell you this much. What I heard from someone that's in the NFL, that the NFL told teams don't draft him. We're going to make an example out of him. And this came from a very good source, a very good source. He said that, I won't say who. Somebody called the Cleveland Browns and said, no, don't do that. Draft him. So Dickerson said that because they weren't going to draft him either. They were forced into drafting him because somebody made a call to them to say draft Shador Sanders. So, Chris, do you believe this?
I don't.
Is Eric Dickerson kind of a wild guy?
I don't know, but if there was that many people in on this, then somebody would have leaked it out by now.
Seriously, that's my thought too.
If all 32 teams were in on the notion that they were not going to draft Shador Sanders, I think somebody would have slipped up by now. We wouldn't have had to hear it from Eric Dickerson. Dickerson, I don't know him personally, but this is not fair to say about old retired guys that aren't in the limelight anymore, but they kind of get a kick out of having their name back out there again.
I guess you're right.
So they got to say something pretty cool. And
somewhat,
maybe, and maybe somebody told him that, so he's going with it, but I don't buy it.
You don't buy it. I don't buy it either because
this whole thing. I don't buy the whole thing that Shador Sanders was on his phone during the interviews. I don't buy a lot of the stuff. I buy the fact that this was Dion driven. And I don't mean that they dislike Dion. They just dislike the circus that came with it, and the teams did not want to be part of that.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. It would have been I just agree with you. I don't know what would have happened, but I feel like Dion would have been annoying. That's what I feel like.
It would have been a circus. And it's going to be a circus in Cleveland. Shador Sanders just is.
And the media in Cleveland's like really
already
trying to make
Cleveland's already kind of a circus, so it won't affect them as much as everybody else.
That's true. All right, next one.
Number 2.
All right, Chris, I know that you play in adult sports leagues here in San Diego. You play softball. Well, those sports leagues in San Diego are facing significant fee hikes for the use of city facilities, leading to concerns that some participants are going to be priced out. Now, here is where the city council president, Joe LaCava, said, when there's for-profit companies using city facilities, they should be treated differently. They should not be subsidized in their work. So basically what he's saying is, hey, these people are making money off of our free facility that we're paying for the upkeep. The decision passed 8-1. Here's the new prices. Adult in-season field use without lights has gone from $111 per team to $317 per team, while lit fields have increased from $138 to $393 per team. So they're worried that this is going to kill the adult sports leagues here in San Diego. I'm up first. Is this necessary? People might think Skraby's going to go crazy on this. But I do think if you're making money, if you're a for-profit company, you need to be able, you have to be paying for the services that you're using from the city, i.e. fields, i.e. lights, i.e. chalk, i.e. grass cutting, all that stuff. I don't know about a $200 increase per team, though. That seems extremely steep, but it's happening, so it's here. I'm not necessarily a fan of it. I'm not a fan of the price, but I'm okay with them charging the company to use their stuff. What about you?
Well, if you're okay with them charging the company to use their stuff, then you're okay with the company charging the players more money to give to the company to give to the city.
I know.
So you're basically okay with the city charging the players more.
I'm not, though.
I'm not either. I would like to see more money. You know, look, everybody wants a piece of the pie, and you can bring up any situation, any part of our city, and everybody wants more money for the homeless, and they want more money for this, and they need more money for this and that. I mean, everybody's kind of reaching for a piece of the pie, but I do wish that people that just want to go out and recreate and do, I think
recreational
that's important.
softball, stuff like that.
I think it's important.
I do too.
To get people out and about and moving around and staying healthy or staying healthier.
Yeah.
So I wish a little more money was put into that so that they wouldn't have to raise the prices. Secondly, I play my softball league in Poway, so I really ultimately don't care about everybody else.
You're good. You don't have to deal with it.
Sorry to everybody out there, but I would wish I could fight for you. I do.
Someone just texted me. Here's an idea, and I'm not going to reveal their name. That's why I said someone. How about the city of San Diego manages its money better? That's a good point.
There's nothing wrong with saying
That's
that.
a good point.
And I'm in that corner with that person, whoever texted that.
All right, final.
Okay.
Number 1.
Fantasy Baseball League, you're getting shouted out right now for a bad reason. I was eliminated from my Fantasy Baseball League after 2 straight years as the reigning champ, and it's sad, but I did draft Mike Trout years after complaining about Mike Trout year after year, so I kind of deserved to miss the playoffs. However, the last 2 years, the free agent pickups have not been locked for teams eliminated after the regular season. So the 11th place team could pick up anyone out there. Well, brought this up last year. There was no concern about it. This morning, I went to go return the favor and pick some guys up, and I was locked out. I asked for the free agents to be unlocked because I did win 2 titles with those rules. So, Chris, do you think they should unlock the free agents for me now that I'm eliminated?
I have a silly question.
Yes.
Why in the world, since you've been eliminated, were you trying to pick up a player?
Because I wanted to pick up players to ruin all the playoff teams. Because last year, I wanted a couple guys, and Thomas, old guy who used to work on our show, took the guys. I'm like, Thomas, you're not even in the playoffs. What are you doing? He's like, it's fair game. So I was trying to return the favor and try to steal some guys.
And so you subscribe to the theory that 2
wrongs make a right?
ridiculously bad wrongs make a right.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, I think you're a jerk, and I think it's good that they locked you out.
What? You wouldn't be
come
upset.
on, man.
You wouldn't be
Come
upset.
on.
I had to
Get out of there.
I had to win my championship.
Get out of there.
With extra set of circumstances. It's ridiculous.
I don't understand you people, man.
It's ridiculous.
It's not.
That's it for the big
You
five.
made yourself look bad by telling that story.
No, I did not. Fair is fair, Chris.
Happy hour's coming up. Final couple of segments from Far Corner. Your last shot to get here and get signed up to have a chance to win tickets to see Padres Dodgers on Sunday. Workhorse getting ready for Padres Dodgers tonight. Gwynn and Chris, 97.3, The Fan. away from the pregame show.
PLA! 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 There we go. This is the first time I've ever gotten a chant going.
They just did a chant during the last commercial. Skraby's trying to start another one.
They're like, okay, we've already done this, bro.
Yeah, they're like, all right, good. It is our happy hour, and we're glad you're with us. It's brought to you by GL Pools, the swimming pool experts, trusted by thousands of San Diegans since 2006. Baseball season is in full swing. So is swim season. Call GL Pools and mention radio for a free month of pool service. And we've had great service, by the way, at Far Corner today. Max and his staff have taken really good care of us.
Like, they actually treat us like we're Tony Gwynn Jr.
We really do appreciate it. We've enjoyed our time here. We're having a good day, a lot of fun. And, of course, people are getting excited for the ball game tonight. Sam Levitt's got the pregame show in about 35 minutes. Skraby, we're going to hear our interview with Jeremiah Estrada in a little bit that Tony and I did earlier. I really enjoyed that interview, by the way, because his answers really were well thought out. And I thought that they told us a lot and gave us a good window into what he and, the Padres and the bullpen guys think and kind of the way it is down there. So good on him. And I really was shocked when I went on Wikipedia before the interview. I remembered his 13 straight strikeouts. Of course, everybody remembers that. It's an all-time record. But I didn't know that he threw 53 pitches in a row, and none of them were put into play.
That's insane.
That is unbelievable. I can't imagine any pitcher, Nolan Ryan or
not even like
Cy Young or whoever. Now, there's some foul balls. That's it.
Yeah, but I'm saying
but
like
nobody,
not even like a check swing.
Right. Nobody put a ball into fair play in 53 pitches.
That's crazy. That makes it...
While he was striking out 13 guys.
I think that is more impressive than the strikeouts.
The whole thing is impressive because, like you said, you can retire 25 guys in a row.
Yeah.
Get a little lucky in a line drive at somebody or, whatever.
Yeah.
But 13 strikeouts in a row means that nobody can even dribble the ball back to the mound. Nothing.
I know.
And he didn't. And he didn't walk anybody either. It was 13 straight batters over 4 games, but 13 nonetheless. And like I said, 53 pitches, and he did not give up a ball in play.
That's wild.
That's insane.
That is insane.
All right, so Jeremiah Estrada coming up. Mike Schilt was on with Ben and Woods this morning. The manager's report with Mike Schilt, refreshed each Friday morning by EcoWater and SoCal. They keep it soft, and have been doing so since 1925. So a couple of things that I thought you'd want to hear from Mike Schilt. Number one, we already talked about this. So the Padres, we've broken down the games last weekend over and over, right, Skraby? They did this, they did this, they didn't do that, they didn't do that. The other part of it is you can't get behind 4-0 in the first inning of every game. And that happened to the Padres on both Saturday and Sunday against the Dodgers. You're not going to beat the Dodgers or too many teams when you get behind like that. So Mike Schilt was asked about trying to manage from behind against a team like LA.
A lot of games are won statistically. Every game has its own life, of course. But, you look at the win probabilities after the 6th with a run lead or 2-run lead, 3-run lead, the 6th. You're going to win 60% of your games. 60% of your games plus, depending on the margin of lead. It comes into play even more with our bullpen. Our bullpen's obviously really, really good. Not infallible, but, very, very good. And so, but that's the part of the resiliency that you let off with is if you can compete, and this is way harder and easier said than done, but it is something that one of the reasons I was pleased with yesterday. Day game after a night game, people think, you should always perform, you should always beat your best. Well, those are hard turnarounds. These guys think about, Manny hadn't, right or wrong, he likes to play. That part's right, but he's he's participated in every game. We've used the DH to give him the appropriate days off his feet on the field. But, the point being is you're going to play 2 games within 24 hours. Okay. And then to get down what we compete against, talk about fairly a lot is, it's no longer the physical ability that's distinctive. You're in the big leagues, so people are super physically talented. So how consistently are you bringing emotionally and mentally to use your physical ability for whatever you have that particular day? And if you get down like yesterday, that's why I said it was one of my favorite games, is because we get down and we're and didn't play as well, and early wasn't as clean as we would have liked it to be, and nobody went, not our day. We actually, the converse of, we're come on, we got to figure it out, and we did. Now there's no guarantee to that, because the other teams have some ability too, and they have a say in the outcome. But I can tell you, when you have that mentality and you're not looking to give anything away in competition, if you get down, it's okay, we got to figure it out. If you get up, it's not enough. So there's a hunger factor that individually and collectively as a team, this team has, and it's a great trait.
All right, Mike Schilt with the morning show. And what he's talking about getting behind early and how tough it is. Just statistically, it is. You cannot fall behind. They fell behind 3 times this week, 4-0, 5-0, and then to the Giants 4-0.
Yeah.
And they lost them all.
Yeah.
And you're going to lose most of them, especially against a good team.
Yep.
So that's why Tony, earlier, when I asked him the 3 keys to the weekend, the first thing he said was starting pitching. You can lose the game in the first inning.
Yes.
You may not be able to win it, but you can lose it.
Yep.
So they got to get, the first couple of innings in there and, 1 run maximum, right? Stay right there.
Yes.
So, and I think Mike Schultz is underscoring that. Now, the other thing that Ben and Woods asked Mike Schultz about, I think is a question that a lot of you want asked.
I'm curious for the answer.
I am too. But a lot of people think that Luis Rise in the 2-hole, it doesn't work. And have the Padres considered changing, moving him? Why is he there? For those wondering, he's batting second tonight.
Ryan O'Hearn's in the lineup.
Although the Ryan O'Hearn fans will be happy to know he's in the lineup tonight as well, both against the left-handed starter.
Yep.
But Mike Schilt talked to Ben and Woods, explained to Rise, and just talked about the lineup construction in general. And I want you guys to listen to the answer, because I think you'll be able to learn a little bit more about what's going on behind the scenes there.
Yeah, listen, I don't read a lot of the stuff. I'd probably go pretty crazy. I know there's a lot of passionate people that care highly about our team, which is fantastic, and we're grateful for that. And one of the greatest things, one of my many mentors in this game was Whitey Herzog, Hall of Fame manager, and when I first started managing, struggling with some of the criticism just inherently come with the job, and I didn't struggle too bad with it because I was taught by some other people how to handle it. But one thing that Whitey said to me that was really helpful was, appreciate the fact that almost the people have an opinion, and that's how people were into it. The market I was in was pretty passionate too, and also the fact that everybody's played the game or has some connection to the game growing up, and they have an opinion and they care, and just appreciate that. So it always kind of helps me that that's real. As far as the lineup construction goes, I do think people take it to an extreme level, and I get the passionate side of it, but the knee jerk of whatever sample size is, 2 games, 3 games. I mean, it's really, quite honestly, can be unfair to a point, because listen, these guys aren't machines. I'm not one either. We put our best foot forward every day. I can promise you that. And we're always looking the best way to compete and use our pieces. And frankly, I feel pretty good about it. Now, specific to the lineup, specific to Louis, again, human being that is a well-established guy in our clubhouse, a well-established guy in this league, a guy that has to be considered very highly on the other side, and we compete. A guy that the day we traded for him last year, we had the winningest record in all of baseball from the moment we got him till the end of this regular season. We're doing okay this year, I think.
Yeah.
and he's won 3 batting titles, in a row. So there's just ebbs and flows that come with the season. And the wrap-up point, so, listen, can we move him? Absolutely. Have we? Yeah, we have. We've actually played with the lineup a couple of different times. The fact of the matter is, lineups are very fluid. Like I said, they're people. They're humans. I was asked last week about Manny. He's got 1 RBI in August. I said, well, you'll probably talk to me next week if you can remember, and he'll have 8. Hit 3 yesterday. Do you think anybody asked and said, hey, man, you suck with Manny. He only had 1 RBI for the first 2 weeks of August. And I was starting to get some, like, what's going on? I'm like, he's fine. The game's hard. And, there's a confidence factor. I mean, the wrap-up point to this whole thing, and we could talk about it, for a while. And I get the question, but how would people feel in their own occupations if they've had a lot of success and something didn't go well for some small period of time? Now, look, we all know, I know, there's not infinite amount of, like, you get a chance, you got to produce. I get it. We get it.
Yeah.
We understand very clearly our level of production relative to, continuing to do what we do. But how would you feel if the equivalency of anybody listening had won 3 batting titles in their jobs and lined out and just didn't get a break here or there? And it's not really about Louis. It's about anybody,
Yeah.
And then somebody said, hey, you got to, you're no longer the CEO, you're like, it just wouldn't, it's not fair. It wouldn't be fair. Now, again, it's not unlimited. There's production that needs to take place, but that's the way I see about lineups. And
Mike Schilt, giving you a little insight.
I will say this
out there.
He is right about one thing, and this is what I had to learn about baseball. Be patient, because something that doesn't happen 1 week could happen for the next 4 weeks, or something that doesn't happen for 4 weeks. You got to be patient. Manny Machado is too good to have 1 RBI in the month of August. He's too good. And I appreciate what Mike Schilt said there, because he was approaching it from hey, here's how we're thinking. Here's what everybody needs to know. So I appreciate that.
One last thing, and then we'll go to the break. The one thing that the people who want the Padres to change the lineup every day because a guy went 0 for 4. And there are many people out there who are like that.
Yeah.
This guy's in a slump. Get him out of there. Get the next guy in. Move him up in the lineup. Move him down. He can't hit. Players appreciate consistency and having at least a little bit of an idea what is going to be happening.
Yeah.
They don't want to show up to the yard every night wondering what in the world are they going to put on that lineup card tonight.
Totally. Great point.
So,
because it doesn't make you feel comfortable in your day-to-day job. And I know that if I had someone, or if I was walking into work every day being like, am I going to be the guy today? Am I going to be on the board today? And then I'm not, it would mess with my head. I know it's different, but it's similar in a way.
Well, I know everybody wants to rise out of the 2-hole. Nobody's brought up anything yet to show me why that should really happen. He's in the 2-hole tonight. More Gwynn and Chris after traffic. We'll wrap things up, give away Dodger Padre tickets at Far. Gwynn and Chris wrapping things up. Our final segment today from Far Corner. I sure hope this isn't the last time we're here, Skraby. It's been an unbelievable atmosphere today.
It's been great.
Skraby's going to be drawing out the winner out there. I don't know if you guys can hear us at all, but
there's
if they
zero chance anybody hears us.
Well, the point is,
there we go.
Somebody's going to win Padres Dodger tickets right now. So Skraby's going to announce the name.
All right, James H.
James H. Is that you, James H?
H. Yeah, right there.
Right up top.
Is that you, James? No, he's going to
That's
say
it.
yes now, but
Yeah, good for you,
Hey,
James.
thank you so
All
much.
right. And you got 2 tickets to the game on Sunday.
This
Sunday.
That's what they're giving you.
You're golden, James.
Come on over and get a picture.
Oh, he's got one of my favorite players of all time jersey.
I wish you were still with us.
Khalil Green.
I love
That's
Khalil
a good
Green.
one.
James, thanks for coming
Thanks so
out
much,
today.
James.
Enjoy the tickets.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
This was the easiest prize giveaway we've ever had because last week we were
last week you couldn't give anything away.
I drew like 10 names.
I know. All right, we got a couple of thank yous before we get to the Jeremiah Estrada interview. We got to thank first Max for helping us and taking it and having us down. This is his place, Far Corner, and it's just a lot of fun. It's a great atmosphere right across from Petco Park. Hope you'll check it out if you weren't able to make it down here today. So thanks again to Max. Thanks to Tony Gonzalez, who put it together from our office. And thanks to Jeff Hamby and Nathan from our promotions department, who helped you and I out the entire way, Scrape.
Yes.
And then thanks back in the studio to Kyle Ovenshire, who was on point producing while you were here. So we owe thanks to all those. Did I leave anyone out? Because I don't want to.
Adam, our boss.
Yeah.
Thanks to Adam. Adam has gotten us out and about. Thanks to Michael Valenzuela for sending us. Thanks to all the people that showed up to our last 2 events.
Yeah, we did have fun last week, and hopefully we'll do some more here as we head down the stretch and into the playoffs. All right. Friar Friday interview wraps things up. Tony and I talked to Jeremiah Estrada. I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy it. From the San Diego Padres. Jeremiah, thanks so much for taking a few minutes. How are you today, sir?
Hey, guys. Thank you for having me on. Everything's good, man. Excited to play some baseball.
I want to start real quick. Just let's get it right at the top, because I don't think I've talked to you since last year. And I was reading this. I know he struck out 13 consecutive batters. It's an all-time major league record. Did anybody know that during those 13 batters, he threw 53 pitches and none of them were put in play? Not a single ball in 53 pitches. Jeremiah, that was an incredible moment. Take us through what you were feeling the last night, because I was there when you got the last couple of outs in that streak.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, you know. My mindset going into the game was priority, which is get the dub and let's get the boys a win, you know. Job first, enjoy the other thing second. But other than that, man, it was a good feeling, man, just seeing the crowd more than anything get loud, and the fact that they acknowledge and actually just kind of like, to me, I'm just like, maybe no one cares, you know. But like to me, it was just like, it was pretty cool, man. And I think the fans and just the team, it made it more special, knowing than how I actually felt itself, you know, just understanding what actually happened.
You've been a part of a good bullpen ever since you arrived. Year 2 for you, Jeremiah. What's changed for you in terms of your role, how you're approaching it, and just the year in general for you in year 2?
Year 2, man. Honestly, man, I'm just blessed to be here more than anything. You know, just being California, you know, born and raised in Cali as well. But it's just been nothing but blessings, you know, just coming back into just the best stadium, the best fan base, and just the best people out here in San Diego. I think that's the first thing that I look at it the most. So just yet alone the teammates that we have and just the staff, just everything about the San Diego Padres, even the organization, you know, it's just a huge blessing and huge to be a part of. But yeah, nothing changes. You know, I mean, keep the same thing, keep the same mindset, stay hungry, stay with what we can do, stay with what we have, and just do what we can do and take every day, you know, step by step.
Jeremiah Estrada is with us, our Friar Friday interview today. And, you know, we all know this. I mean, Jeremiah's been incredible, and he's been a big part, obviously, of the success of this bullpen. Jeremiah, give us a little insight into how your relationship is with pitching coach Ruben Niebla and Mike Schilt and this organization. How do they handle you and everyone in that bullpen between appearances from day to day? Like, you pitched yesterday and checking in with you today to see how you feel today, that kind of thing. Take us a little bit behind the scenes of that.
I mean, first thing is they take great care of us here. You know, not only with my relationship with Ruben and Schilt, you know, I mean, the relationship that they have with everybody is awesome. You know, it's a family here, and that's what I love the most. You know, it's the fact that I mean, even last year when I had first gotten a call from both of those guys, or actually it would be the year before that, when I was picked up by the Padres, it was just receiving that phone call and just hearing them say, it's like, hey man, you know, like it just felt like home, you know, felt like I was welcome with open arms, like if I've been here, and just the great person outside of the field that they both are with Ruben and Schilt, and just honestly every single person in this locker room has been amazing. Even AJ, man, he's such an awesome dude. You know, just it's a blessing to be here, and I've had no complaints here. I mean, not even complaints. I've had nothing to complain about since I have been here. And then the pitching standpoint, you know, just they take really good care of us. You know, they care about not just about, you know, how the year goes and just how you know, just trying to win ball games. They also care about our well-being, how we're doing personally, and how we're doing as just, you know, trying to take care of our careers, you know. And they're very responsible and making sure that we're feeling okay before they send us out there. And that's what I love the most, you know, because what family is, it's always check on each other.
Yeah. Jeremiah Estrada joins us here, Padre bullpen arm, one of the best bullpen arms in this league. And Jeremiah, I want everybody to relax. This is a difficult enunciation, but the chitter, right? You're throwing that. You got the slider. You've improved on both of those pitches immensely. You're getting a lot more swing and misses at both. How much work did you put in during the offseason and in spring to kind of get these secondary pitches in a place where they could be as much of a weapon as your fastball?
It's just repetition, man. I mean, I think that's with anybody who wants to really work on anything in their life, you know, you got to just kind of have a lot of repetition time to kind of just consume what you're doing and to just acknowledge the fact that, like, if it could be better, if it could be just a little tick, you know what I mean? Baseball's all about feel. And working on it in the off season, you know, it's hard to keep a baseball out of my hand at times. You know, maybe like I give it like one season ends, I give it a week off maybe, and then from there it's just like I'm right there laying in bed. I wake up and just grab a baseball and start tossing up and start throwing sliders to the roof or, you know, the chitter. And just I think it's everything, you know. I think when people are just obsessed with the game and in love with the game, you just start to it's just surround you no matter what it is. But of course, you know, it's baseball. You got to enjoy the little things. You know, there's people who are obsessed with the game, and then there's people who are just really good at the game, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just the love that we have with I love to pitch. I love to play the game. I wish I could play center field too, you know, and hit. But, you know, it's what I'm good at, which is just pitching, you know, do what I can do to help the team out. And other than that, man, I mean, that's pretty much it. You know, it's kind of hard to really think about too much. You know, you also don't want to stress yourself out and thinking too much about the game. You got to take it each day. And, you know, this game gets stressful enough already.
Well, you know, our center fielder is on the mend right now, Jeremiah. So, you know, you never know how things might work out this weekend. Last thing before we go, Jeremiah, your bullpen guys, Morejon, Suarez, and Adam, all got into the All-Star game this year. They know, we know, every Padre fan knows you could have easily been there too.
No doubt.
How good did you feel for all three of those guys getting in? That was something special, and I know you guys all look out for each other and root for each other down there.
Oh yeah, man. It's I mean, right now, what it feels like is just I got 7 other brothers in that bullpen, you know. Like, just born and raised, you know, we grew up together. It just feels like that. With the amount of camaraderie that we have, just the amount of good guys that we have, and it's fun every day to go out there and just to see these guys. You know, I mean, I see them more than my own family. You know, my own girlfriend. I'm with them longer every day, so it's like you got to build these relationships with them. You know, and just yet alone, I think with the relationship that you build, it allows yourself and them, from what I believe in, to just feel more comfortable, and it allows you to just do better. You know, I mean, everyone's gonna do. It's more relaxing and feels better when you're feeling comfortable with the people you're around. And I say that all the time. You know, I mean, just yet alone being here in San Diego. But oh man, it's awesome just seeing them being an all-star. You know, that's such a huge. It's especially when Motor Young got kind of like at the last second he got in. That was so sick. Like, it's a huge blessing to just be able to be a part of that bullpen that made history with the first ever three bullpen arms in the game. And I mean, it's crazy. You know, nothing but more proud of them. And it's whatever, you know, about the whole all-star thing. I am not a person who would ever look at it in a way, because at the end of the time, in my faith, in my belief, it's all in God's hands. And when it's my time, it's my time, you know, and it's not on my timing, it's God's timing. And I'm a big believer in that. So there's nothing to ever worry about it. If it happens next year, or you know what, there's probably something greater that can happen again soon, you know. The last thing I remember, too, is I think a World Series will mean a lot more better than being an all-star.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah, when you guys win the World Series, Jeremiah, you guys all get a ring. So that's
Yes,
what
sir.
the whole thing is. It's all about. Hey, thanks so much for joining us. It's refreshing and a pleasure to catch up with you again. And good luck this weekend and the rest of the way, sir.
Thanks, Jeremiah.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for having me on. Thank you.
Jeremiah Estrada doing a really good interview right there.
I like
Our
his
Friar
answers
Friday.
because they're different. They're not the stock answers. He's actually, like you said earlier, he's giving thoughtful answers.
Well, that's because Tony and I ask thoughtful questions.
Oh, what are you doing over there that's you're so enthralled by?
I have to text our fans.
Oh, okay.
I get
texting.
I don't know. People text me during the show, and I want to text them back. You know, the bad thing with me on texting is if you text me and I don't get back to you right away, then I tend to forget about it. And then I feel like I didn't never get back to you.
I'm the same way, and then I go into text them next time, and I have my draft from like 3 days ago that I just hit send, and I'm like, sorry.
Yeah. I wrote this when you wanted me to, but I just didn't send it to you.
Yeah.
All right, we gave all our thank yous out. We're going to get out of the way. Sam Levitt's got the pregame show next. Again, certainly invite you to come down. If you didn't make it today, far corner.
Yeah.
This is a great spot
Absolutely
before Padre
fantastic.
baseball.
10th and J.
Yeah, right there across from the parkade. All right, enjoy the game. Let's enjoy all 3 games.
Let's please win this weekend.
No kidding.
I can't take another weekend.
All right, we'll see you Monday, and one way or the other. Have a good one. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Spend your summer with the Padres.
It's back! It is gone! Fernando wants it all!
Join us at Petco Park, America's #1 ballpark for family-friendly fun. Incredible giveaways and promotions, can't-miss matchups, and electric action featuring Fernando Tatis Jr., Manny Machado, and Jackson Merrill.
It's gone! Carries out of